Welcome to HeroQuest fans. We're finally back. Thanks for waiting. I know this is a last minute stream change schedule update, so as a result, two of our regular players made other plans. Don't blame them at all. Things are kind of yeah, a little bit in disarray. This is the first official HeroQuest fan stream since the Gen Con. I've just been posting like crazy trying to get all the videos that we recorded at the convention up on YouTube, XSC3 Home of HeroQuest fans. So be sure to check those out. I know some of them you're going to think, gee, these are outdated. I mean, August 31st, come on. But the point is, I streamed the stuff live on Twitch. I tried to tell people, but I mean, I'll get into it a little bit here. But yeah, apologies all around. People were expecting interviews, like we've done in the past, with Doug Hopkins and Patrick O'Rourke and whoever else we can get. But this year, they had a PR person there, specifically because Joe Manganiello was there signing autographs, and he gave a little talk in a very controlled environment. So as a result, they were clamping down on the freedom of the Avalon Hill employees to just sit down and just do a recorded interview. Now, to their credit, those employees did the best they could with having side conversations with us, playing games with us, banter across the table. So we didn't have a lot of direct quotes, but most of it was, on the record, so to speak, in the sense of, yeah, you can tell people about this. We want you to tell people about this. It's just that there were a few things that they did hold back that maybe you'll find out about later. But the biggest news was that there was no news. There was no Wizards of Morcar shown at Gen Con. However, they did basically do everything possible to let us know that Wizards of Morcar is coming out. We just don't know when. But what we're going to be waiting for is the next big game convention show, which is Spiel Essen, which is in late October. So if that's the case, if Wizards of Morcar is going to be officially announced, maybe unofficially, allegedly, at Essen, that'll be the big news. So it's still possible we might get it this year. I'm thinking either in November or they'll postpone it till January. But we'll see. Not a lot of hard facts, just a lot of speculation, a lot of hints, a lot of teases. But I think at this point we can definitely say Wizards of Morcar is being acknowledged by Avalon Hill, just not with the big flashy announcement we were hoping for. So yeah, thanks for coming. But those of you who couldn't attend this live stream, because we are live on twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans. Oh, hey, we got a raid. All right, thanks guys. Board Game Heaven. Hey, welcome guys. HeroQuest fans. Hey, appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, check out Board Game Heaven on YouTube. Check out yieldin.com, the site that needs no introduction. Check out the forums, they're back. Yeah, so I'm just saying a little bit of stuff. I know we've got a hero here ready to play. Or he jumped out. Hope he's coming back. Okay, well anyway, yeah, so I know this is not our regular scheduled stream. We originally canceled it, and then my vehicle needs to be repaired some more. So we're taking next weekend off. So I had to update the schedule. So we will have a stream today, stream tomorrow. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's not live. On the 15th and the 16th, well, the 15th of August, we're probably going to have to take off because I'll be getting my vehicle back. I have to travel to another city to do that. Long story, don't want to hear it. On the 16th, we should be able to do a regular stream. But my real plans are, well, it's not even the end of August. What am I saying? August 22nd and 23rd, we should be able to have our arena battle. Our big arena battle. And for that was many months of fans contributing their gold coins, their channel points. Speaking of which, we have a need for heroes tonight. So we're playing against the Ogre Horde. If you've never played before, don't worry. If you haven't played HeroQuest in 35 years, don't worry. We'll get you back up to speed. We do have characters already. We can just hand you and get you up to speed if you don't want to start from the beginning. But if you want to choose a new hero, that's cool too. You use pencil and paper, and the rest we roll virtually using MentorBot created by Ribby in the chat here on Discord. This is the HeroQuest Fans Discord. So those of you who want to be heroes, just join the Quest Talk voice channel in HeroQuest Fans Discord. And those of you who want to interact with the quest as we play, you can lurk in the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/HeroQuestFans, when we're live, using your gold coins, your channel points. We got some questions already. Have you tried First Light? Yes. Yes, I have. We haven't played it on the stream, but I've played it a few times already last year at Gen Con, and then we played it some more this year at Gen Con. I've also played it offline. With First Light, I mean, as a hardcore player, I dislike the cardboard miniatures, the standees. I mean, most board games don't have as much plastic in the box as HeroQuest or HeroScape, but I would say they're well done for what they are. If you're a player from Brazil, you probably won't notice the difference because that's what you had when you grew up playing the game in '93. But since I do have the full game system, I can sub in easily my own plastic models from either the classic HeroQuest or from the remake HeroQuest because I have the game system. Quest-wise, the quests are a little more challenging. I mean, if you set aside the trial and like the last few quests against the Witch Lord in the original game system is kind of easy, on the easy side for like adult players. And I think they boosted the difficulty for First Light. So it is more challenging. So don't play with less than 4 heroes. I mean, if they give you extra potions, take them, okay? You're going to need them. The writing is good. It's Stephen Baker. He's still got it as far as creating quests with like lots of like flavor and lore and stuff. I like that. Even though it's mostly reusing assets that we've already seen, it's well done. But I've only played Quest 1, so I can't comment on all the others. I peeked at the others. I think Zargon has plenty to do. And it introduces some of the expansion rules later, so I think overall it's a good value. And we've heard that the exclusivity for Target is going to be ending soon. It's going to be ending soon. We don't know how soon, but in the US you should be able to start getting it at other stores before too long. Yeah. Okay, so we had Stocky Bear in here. I don't know if he got tired of waiting or what, but he's welcome to come back. Whoever wants to play, call for heroes. Let me just check the Discord here, just see. Let me see here. Yeah, if anybody else wants to join, that's fine too. We're happy to have you, even if you've never played with us before. We try to keep the rules pretty general. We have a lot of house rules, of course. I wasn't thinking to turn this into just another HeroQuest talk, but if nobody shows, I guess that's what we'll do instead of playing the quest live. Let's see. Let me just see. But yeah, Glasgow and Bohemia send their regrets. Hey, I understand. Totally. I mean, I changed the stuff last minute. Yeah, originally they told me, oh, your vehicle will be probably ready Friday, but there's a chance it might not be till the middle of next week. And then they said, yeah, it's going to be the middle of next week. And it's going to cost more. It's like, darn it. Those are the breaks sometimes. Okay, well, Board Game Heaven, we'll just chat a little here. So you're saying, well, I wish I could stick around, but it's getting late. Yeah, it is late for you guys. Very tired, so I need to catch up on some sleep. Hey, I hear you there. I mean, I slept for almost 14 hours. I was so just burnt out from the convention, coming back, and then having to post all those videos, editing everything. I still got boxes I got to pack away. Those are probably going to sit there for a few more days. He says, have fun fighting the ogres, challenging quest pack. I'll have some new Hero Quest content on my YouTube soon, too. Yeah, shout out to Board Game Heaven. Check him out on YouTube. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for stopping by. Wow, so we got all kinds of people now. Well, any of you listening to live, would you like to play as a hero? We're playing against the Ogre Horde. We've got, let's see, we've got an elf, barbarian, dwarf, wizard, bard, or pirate if you prefer, druid, paladin. And there's a monk in here as well. Yes, the monk. They're actually in, this is, well, with against the Ogre Horde, this is the 7th quest. There's towards the end, so there isn't a whole lot left of this quest, but all these guys are geared up, so whatever hero you pick, you're gonna be all right. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Okay, and I'm just gonna throw this out. Do we have any other heroes in the chat right now? Because if we don't have heroes, we don't have a quest. We'll just be talking. I know it's my own fault because I had to change the schedule. And if any of you are joining late, like I was saying, we wanted to do live interviews with the Avalon Hill staff about Hero Quest this year at Gen Con, but we just couldn't because they laid down a blanket rule. It was like a policy. Nope. No sit-down interviews, no recorded interviews. So you see, even Ash Quest, check out Ash Quest on YouTube. Amalgam Ash has some great banter with Doug, but as soon as it gets to talking about the actual stuff, gotta cut it. So we tried to finagle our way in, but it's like, nope, same rules for everybody. They were super nice, though. They did everything they could to make us feel welcome and give us info that they could give us. Sometimes they just had to tease it. Oh, by the way, the music you're listening to is created with the assistance of AI from Suno.com, arranged by me. So it's how we get our royalty-free music these days, without getting strikes and things. All right, so let's see if we got any of our regulars. Looks like a lot of new people. Well, if you're new to this channel, what we do is we do play Hero Quest live. We also talk about Hero Quest. I can show you the board. I can show you what it looks like now. But we use Discord for the hero players, and everybody else can just interact as we play. So in the chat there, at the bottom, you can see the different rewards. You can use your gold coins to help Zargon or help the heroes as we play. Yeah, so I guess if people want to ask me about Gen Con while we wait, that's fine too. So there's our game. And as you can see, we had some of those heroes out there playing. Actually, let's see. We've got Druid. Yeah, the monk is on screen. This doesn't have to be what it is. I mean, we can change it. So there's the monk. Let's cover up the barbarian. The elf. So right now we've just got these three heroes. So there's the monk. There's the dwarf. There's the druid. And it looks like they're facing a mummy here. So don't be bashful. If anybody wants, oh yeah, the link is at the bottom of the screen. I can copy and paste it here for anyone who needs it in the chat. Actually, you're welcome to our Discord. You're invited. So when you join the Discord, there's the link. What you want to do is go to the voice channel known as Quest Talk, and I'm in there right now. If you're listening live. If you're listening on YouTube, we're not live. Oh, and the other thing I did is I'm premiering a video on YouTube right now. So if you're watching that video and you think that's more interesting than what we're doing now, I understand. It's like the first Raw after WrestleMania. People are just like a little distracted. I am too. But yeah, that's a recap of our day one discussion. So maybe I'll hop over there and just see if there's anybody watching. Let's see. Sargon goes on and on. Let me just let him know. Last minute stream if anyone wants to play some Against the Ogre Horde on Twitch with us now. Call for heroes. Just checking. So yeah, we've got all kinds of videos, and if you'd rather watch that video, let me just post it here in the chat. So that's our YouTube channel. You can check that out. And we've done, let's see. Let me just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos in the last week. Now, to be fair, a couple of them are just shorts. Oh, 11. Yeah. A few of them are just shorts, but I mean, several of them are quite long. So we got like a 2-hour, more than 2-hour discussion with Brian, my traveling companion, on the way back from the convention. We got a almost 17-minute montage of clips that we've been doing. I can show that here. Yeah, we'll just throw it on the screen. Okay, so there's what we've got on the YouTube channel. Here's the YouTube channel. So there's the video premiering right now. That's just audio only. Talking at the hotel after day one. Yes, that's me riding on a scooter. Believe it or not, it's not too bad even with the cape and everything. We got the swag. So I've been posting on the YouTube channel in the comments. You used to call it the community, but you know where you can post comments on your own channel. Sharing scans that people have done. So various fans, you know who you are. Thank you so much for posting scans of the swag, the stuff we all get. So we've got the GM screen that they gave out for free. The quest, known as Dread on the Horizon, which has a teaser for Wizards of Morcar in it. And also the Bard flyer. It's got like a fake advertisement for a bard and his singing career, and then you flip it over and it's got a menu with various food items. So unfortunately, some people are scalping that stuff online for absurd prices. I mean, any price for free stuff is absurd in my view. I mean, okay, if you want to charge somebody $1, okay, whatever. If you want to charge somebody for shipping, okay, fine. But you're charging 50, 100, 200 even for those things. That's just absurd. And I get it. People are in tough spots. You know, it's like you lost your job. You got to pay for your grandma's surgery. You know, your dog needs medication. Okay. But then why did you spend all that money on a Gen Con ticket? Right? So I'm kind of just like, I see it as a little greedy is what I see. So especially because people were selling it during the convention. People were selling it right after the convention. We're not talking like 5-10 years down the road when people are nostalgic and everything. And really none of that stuff affects gameplay except you could say, well, the quest is a quest. But I mean, you know, they call it an online digital quest. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they call it an online digital quest. So it's going to be coming to the app probably in a few months because it's not there right now. But yeah, it's called Online Quest 004, Dread on the Horizon. So it will be coming to the app. I would be shocked if there wasn't a digital PDF from Hasbro Pulse or Avalon Hill at some point soon. And yet, even when they make that stuff available, people still scalp it. So a little bit of a rant there. This is not the Rantcast. But yeah, we're having an ad at the moment. So those of you who are not subscribed are not seeing this. Is the channel streaming? Yeah? Hey, Geek on Giddy. Are we not seeing it? Oh, you know what? Let me check. Let me just make sure. Thanks for double checking. Are we stalled out or something? Well, it says it's unstable. But we do have a connection. We are streaming. Yeah, now you're staring into infinity. Yeah, we're definitely streaming. I was just showing the various videos I post on YouTube because we don't have any heroes right now. One guy said yes, but we're still waiting for him to come back. I'm by myself here at the moment. So, yes. Geek on Giddy, you want to come in? But we're live. Yep. Yeah, so we're in need of heroes. We did have a stream 2 weeks ago where we just ended up talking the whole time. We talked so long, we never got to a game. So we do have that arena battle. I have something special planned. I just don't have all the details worked out. I'm working on it. So no streams next weekend. Unless we do a Saturday stream, which will... I mean, Jungles of Delthrak is at a good stopping point. Like, we just finished a quest, right? Against the Ogre Horde, we haven't finished this quest yet. We're still playing it. But once this quest is finished, it's like a good stopping point. So we could just interrupt it and just do a big arena battle. I have some cool stuff planned. And I was thinking we could do it as a 2-day affair, like a Friday and a Saturday. Because I know some people can only join us on Friday. Some people can only join on Saturday. It'll be cool stuff for both groups. So we hope to get a lot of people there. Helps to reduce the quality for max. Well, that's the thing, though. I've reduced the quality for max, and it still does it. So I don't know. But let me just check and see what it is right now. And when we do the replay, it's absolutely perfect. Okay, I could lower the bitrate slightly. You sound like you have been shouting at capacity in large hall of battle. Oh, yes. Yeah, my voice was pretty hoarse. I was shouting a lot at Gen Con. Because, yeah, you've got the general noise going on. Yeah, the Warhammer 40k doubles tournament. I wish I could have live streamed the whole thing, but that would have been 9 hours. 9 hours. And a lot of it would have been me like running from table to table, scooping up orcs, and like dropping dice on the ground. I think I recovered them all. Actually, in some of the pictures, you see I'm missing one die, so I think I might have lost one. But no! A few pennies. Lowered my quality. This end, you're fine. Okay. Well, I dropped the bit rate slightly. But yeah, I was losing my voice in some of those streams, so I probably have to edit out some of the coughing. I start coughing. I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, just imagine 9 hours of yelling like at a bar or a restaurant, over the crowd, and then trying to do a stream. But thankfully, because it was Brian and myself, we could take turns talking, so I could just kind of recover. But yeah, the drive was long. I think Amalgamash has a great travelogue, you might say, for Gen Con. So on Ash Quest, it's like I think it's a 2-hour video, but I mean, he shows himself driving. Actually, I think he had a slightly shorter drive than we did. He had like 5.5 hours. We had 6.5. Of course, I had to drive an extra 2 hours to get to my friend's house as well, where we left from. But I mean, he was driving by himself. So when you got two people, it's nice. You can switch off drivers. Plus, we've done it before. We've driven before. Yeah, it was great. We met so many people, and we probably met more fans than we realized, because people don't always identify themselves, or they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm Jim Johnson," and you're like, "Hey, Jim Johnson," but you don't realize, oh, it's Broadsword Man 58 in the chat. So it's like when somebody comes up to me, it's like, you can introduce me. You can introduce yourself to me with your handle. That's fine. I mean, I say I'm Kurgan. It's like, okay, so you know who I am. But I mean, we did not get to meet Phoenix, unfortunately. He was there. He was running a quest, and we just didn't meet him. We met some of the other people from his group, but we just didn't see him, or at least he didn't say anything. I mean, I'm pretty easy to identify with my beard and cape, so sorry we missed you. But I mean, Ash was there. We hung out with him a little bit. of course, he was in and out one day, boom, 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 do everything. And that was his first Gen Con, so I don't blame him. But it was really cool to see his presentation because it's like, that's how I felt the first time I went. Just soaking it all in, just the sense of wonder and excitement. Not that I'm jaded or anything, but just it's a unique experience the first time you go to a big convention like that. I mean, I'm sure he's been to other conventions, but not for HeroQuest specifically. I mean, there's lots of stuff at Gen Con, but we all know why he went. This is why we went too. But yeah, so AshQuest, my friend Brian, Sik Hashem was there. We saw him, Big Spender, and his son or his sons. I'm sort of forgetting how many kids each person brought. Rob Champ and his sons, Ribby, of course, Angus McBain, aka Joe Kosier. We didn't see as much of Angus. I think he'd scheduled more stuff, but he definitely came around multiple times. We got to see him because we were at the Avalon Hill booth a lot. We were at Games Workshop, Warhammer a lot. Who else did we see? I know there's other people I'm missing. But like people from the stream. Stocky Bear, who was here moments ago, he introduced himself, but I mean, I think he's been in the community a lot, and we just haven't talked before. But yeah, Michael from Avalon Hill, who's always in the Avalon Hill Discord, finally got to meet him, chat with him, and he was really cool well, they were all cool, but he was especially cool because I was telling him stuff about the companion app, like, oh, this is the stuff I'd like to see, this is the stuff that should be fixed, or can you ask him about this? And he's like, yeah. And so he pulled out his phone and he just started typing. I don't know what he was he sending them an IM or something, or was it on Discord, but it looked like he was passing it along. So I was like, thanks. Really cool. So they're still working on getting ownership back for their own Discord. There were some hiccups, which, when the layoffs happened, unfortunately, they lost Avalon Bill. And he had the login information. And I mean, I'm sure he left it with him, but you know how it is. Like your phone number gets changed on your company phone, you lose your email, and all of a sudden all the permissions you had are just gone, right? So, but they're working on a solution. So I don't know if they're going to start a brand new Discord or just like relaunch the owner or transfer it. Hey, Zargon goes on and on. Grimlore is here. Welcome.
Hey, Code.
Hey, yeah, I'm just talking away. Are you here to play or here to talk?
Either way, but I'll play as the monk like I was.
Nice.
2 weeks ago.
Let me turn up your volume here. They say I'm shouting. I guess I'm still in that shouting mode from the convention.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn up your volume even more.
Oh, okay.
All right. How does he sound? Those of you in the live chat.
1, 2. Zargon goes on and on.
And on and on and on and on. All right. I'm gonna just take a gander at Twitch and see. On and on and on and on. All right. I'm gonna just take a. Go ahead, Grimlore. Why don't you say some more stuff?
Yeah, so I've got all my stuff written down from last time with the monk.
Grimlore, why don't you say some more stuff?
I've got everything. Yeah, all of the stats and everything. So I don't need.
Yeah, your volume sounds really low compared to me. I sound like really loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn yours way up.
If I put I'll speak closer to I'm on my phone.
Ah, yes.
So can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Let me listen.
I'll speak closer. I had my phone further away from me. I had it sitting down, so I picked it up. So it's near. I'm almost like on a floor.
Okay, I think we're good now, and I'm evil.
Okay.
Okay. So you wanna take over for the monk?
Yeah, well, that's who I was playing as.
Of course.
So
feels like a lifetime ago, and I think you had unlocked fire was the most recent thing.
I've got it written down. Yeah, I just unlocked fire. I'd literally just the other 3, so now I have fire finally.
Yeah. So Geek Gone Getty in the chat. The reason there was the echo is I was unpausing the Twitch volume or audio so I could listen to like what you guys are hearing, and I think it's okay now. So I think both of us are about the same volume. So if I'm loud, he's loud, and if I'm quiet, he's quiet.
Yeah,
So.
I was my phone was far away from me. I've got it right next to me now.
Thanks.
Should come through.
Well, good point, Geek on Giddy. The other thing was I was streaming to Twitch using a new phone, which clearly I don't know how to use well enough, because you could see I'm doing all my videos like vertically oriented instead of horizontal. Like, you know, baseline newbie mistake right there. I mean, most phones, like, you tilt it and it automatically reorients itself, but it didn't do that for me. So I kind of was like forgetting, and so I'm just like, I'm either turning it upside down or, yeah, it's chopping off the sides. So anyway, but the point is, I could record at the convention. I know you weren't supposed to, you know, stream live, but I mean, for the most part, they didn't even let us do that. It was just like, oh yeah, here's a quick clip of what we're doing. No fancy equipment. I mean, I had access to fancy equipment, thank you to my brother-in-law, but yeah, I just didn't get to use it this time. Let me just answer a couple of these questions quick. He says, what an adventure. I'm glad you had a blast meeting your great entourage. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ribby had this fully painted Dragon's Rest board. You may have seen it. Mercantile sent me the 3D printed board, which was awesome. Theirs was in color. His was gray, but he hand painted the whole thing. It took him, I don't know how many hundreds of hours. But we played on that thing, fully magnetized. He painted the miniatures as well. It just looked amazing. Got a lot of compliments. Even Doug looked impressed. Geek on Giddy says, oh yeah, so you saw it. You saw it.
That's all right. It's great.
Oh yeah, and we
detail on.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything. Great.
Yeah, Ribby made a lot of friends. He had his usual swag, so he had his coasters, of course, 3D printed, that looked like the HeroQuest symbols, and Badass from OrcQuest. He also had magnets that he 3D printed, so like little refrigerator magnets. He also had the rims, of course, the remarkable rims to put on your characters with the bendy plastic. I was giving away the t-shirts, of course, and I've got lots of people asking me now, oh, can you send me a t-shirt? It's like, okay, let me get your size, let me get your address, and I'll mail it out as soon as I can. I've sent one out, but that was because I could just place the order. I use Design Hill, by the way, no sponsorship. But yeah, I try to, I mean, depending on what I'm sending, it's either free or just pay me back for the shipping if you can. Seek Hashem, hail heroes. I'm working, so I can't play, but I'm watching and wanted to say hi. Ah, yes. Thanks. Yeah, it was great to meet Seek Hashem. We did not play Talisman. That was the one thing he can hold against me. We did not play Talisman. But one of these days, one of these times, we'll do it. Geek on Giddy says he hoped we landed a contract for the rims. Go ahead, what were you saying?
I was saying I've never played Talisman, but I'd really like to play Talisman myself.
Yeah.
Just never got round.
Well, it's an old Games Workshop game, and it's been recently revived. The things that stopped me from playing it were, one, people said, oh, it's totally random, so like there's no skill involved. And they were saying it takes like 6 to 8 hours to play. But as Seek Hashem was saying, that's not strictly true. I mean, it's more like random encounters. I compare it to a game that I recently played. Well, not that recently, but it's an old Wizards of the Coast, Avalon Hill collab game from the early 2000s called Sword and Skull. It's like Monopoly. You're going around, but you have a follower. So you have the Royal Navyman, and then you have the pirate. Like each person has that pair, and you're trying to like build up your strength so that you can, challenge the pirate captain at the end. I guess there's some similarities, but
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and it does. The new edition has been tailored specifically so that the game will be shorter or simpler. So you should theoretically be able to play a whole campaign within 2 hours. But if you want, you can still make it take longer and play for 8 hours if you want.
I mean, you could do the same with HeroQuest if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
I know the usually the games will take, you know, hour to maybe 2 hours. But if you wanted, you could stretch it out.
Oh, absolutely.
You could make
well,
give them more points and
oh yeah.
things like
Well, if you play the Frozen Horror or Made to the Mirror as written, those quests take a lot longer. But
yeah.
The idea is you finish a quest and you're like, if people want to play another one, you play another one. You know.
Yeah.
With these streams, it's more like, yeah, there's a lot of things that delay it. You know, it started late. People are chatting. We got to address the cash-ins that people do in the middle of the quest. I got to move everything on here, although we've sped it up a lot. But yeah, it's like we do multiple sessions. It's not a big deal. Pick up where we left off.
People have to think about what wrestling move they're doing.
Exactly. That takes a while. You got to go through the wrestling encyclopedia. You got to review the tapes. You know, speaking of the rims, Oh, go ahead. I'm just jumping all over you. Go ahead.
I was just being silly about wrestling. I was just making an Andre the Giant reference.
Ah.
But so you go with the rims, you were saying?
Oh yeah. So Ribby's Remarkable Rims. I think I've got a bag of them here. Yeah, this was the swag he gave out. So all new rims. I mean, I got plenty. He didn't even have to give me this one, but he had some. So there you go. And he's got this cool little QR code. So yeah, look at that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it'll probably even work right there. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for the promotion. And Bourbon and Board Games is the name of his YouTube channel. So check that out. So Avalon Hill's rims are different. They're more of like a rubber boot that goes on, and you can see them in Betrayal 3rd Edition, and in the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, the dragon gets a gray one. It doesn't really do much for the stability of the figure, but it's more just like you didn't paint it, but you want to differentiate it from the other characters and say, this is a gray monster, or this is a boss, or whatever. I like these because you can say, yeah, you differentiate the characters visually, like yellow, green, gold. But you can also say, oh, well, all the mercenaries that he has are all yellow, or somebody else has blue, or somebody else has... Oh, he didn't throw any red ones in here. But still, you know, white, black. Yeah. It's a nice idea, and it's cheap. It doesn't add much to the cost of the overall product. So with Wizards of Morcar, if they don't have these, I'm going to be disappointed. But if not, I mean, Ribby will get you hooked up. Bourbon and Board Games on YouTube.
I was hoping that we'd get some Wizards of Morcar news, but I think it's coming, most definitely. And hopefully we'll get some extra, you know, more stuff than we got with the original. You know, with the original, we only got the four wizards, and I think we got a handful of mercenaries.
I'll give you a little spoiler here.
Rorschach, yeah.
Yep.
He was out of the he was the orc.
Yep.
Farman.
Yep. Absolutely. So we know. You know, one of the Avalon Hill volunteers who was demoing the game, actually we were playing Betrayal with him. He said what he uses for rims is he uses like you open the Coke bottle or the pop bottle, what do you guys call it over there? Pop soda, fizzy lifting drinks.
What would we call it? We just call it like fizzy drink.
Fizzy drinks. Oh, so it's close. I was using the Willy Wonka fizzy lifting drink. Fizzy drinks. Okay, yeah, the bubbly stuff. It comes in cans and it's really bad for you, but we love it anyway. Yeah, so he would take the cap off the plastic bottle. At first I thought he was talking about like the bottle cap, you know, you peel the rubber part off. But no, you take the cap off and you get the little like claw-like thing. You can pop that off and you can put it around one of these figures.
Oh, and they fit well as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look.
So I guess you get Coke for red, and then you got to get Mountain Dew for green. You have to go out and look for it. Maybe Sprite for white. Have a Sprite.
That'd be good. I could use some of those because I'll do like a PvP game with like different factions. So that would be ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, different parts of the U.S. we call it different things. So I call it pop because I'm from the Midwest, but there's also people who call it soda pop. I think in the South they just call it Coke because like Coca-Cola is super big there. So even if it's just a rival brand, it's still Coke. Um, I don't know if anybody calls it seltzer. If you say seltzer, they think you mean like tonic water or I guess yeah, seltzer. It's like carbonated but not flavored, like for mixed
In
drinks.
Liverpool, we sometimes will call like lemonade pop as
Oh,
well. Yeah, we've got a bottle of pop. But then like I'm living in London and like so they call it something else. You know, they'll go or fizzy drink or
yeah.
something like that. So
So
it's it's very regional. It's like
yeah,
you could drive 20 minutes and everyone speaks totally different.
nice. Yeah, you got to drive a
So
lot longer in the U.S. different states to get to the
yeah,
different dialects. So since Glasgow isn't here, he can't call me out for my insensitivity. But how do you say bottle of water to do the meme?
bottle of water. In London they would say bottle of water.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, but
that's
from Liverpool, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, but yeah, like London people say bottle of water.
bottle of
Like
water.
totally. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But like I've some of that because I've lived in London for like 20 years, so like some of the London stuff I've picked up. So when I go back to Liverpool, they say, "Oh, you fuck me."
Oh man, I heard a lot of I don't know, maybe bad Cockney accents because of the orcs in Warhammer
Yeah,
40k.
yeah, they're totally like football hooligans, Millwall
Crumpin'
fans.
Gitch, orcs is the best. Like okay, that's probably terrible, but anyway, no,
It's good.
nobody seemed offended.
I mean, like they're all supposed like dwarves are supposed to be northern, like people from the
Oh,
north of England, like they're based off that, and then you've got the orcs based off football hooligans. I think the elves are supposed to be like like London yuppies, like quite
oh,
posh and
ah,
drinking wine. So like they're all based off of like British tropes.
it's kind of a
Or-
self parody kind of thing.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah. So it must be
So,
weird hearing Americans trying to do it and not getting the full context.
well, it's understandable. It's like, because I mean we get a lot of stuff from America, and certain things just totally go over our heads. We're like, what are they talking? Sport references and
Not
stuff,
all
we don't
cowboys.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
or like
like
if you make a sport reference, will most likely not know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
I feel like the biggest
But
ones are Southerners with the drawl, like y'all come
yeah,
back. And then maybe Cajun. And it's really hard for a lot of us to understand. Or what's the other one? I guess like Boston, and then there's like Jersey. You get some New England stuff, but yeah, and then it's like in TV shows and movies, they tend to go for like the most distinctive accents. I guess I have a Midwestern twang is what I have, so that's what I sound like. Yeah.
but yeah, it's one of those things where like yeah, people from England, if they do an American accent, usually they'll go for the cowboy kind of
Hmm.
Texan.
Yeah. It's most
I
fun.
suppose that's what a lot
Well,
of people grew up.
howdy, partner. They can make it really slow. Yeah. Chicago. Yeah. Or Missouri. It's like Arkansas? No, Arkansas. Like, oh, what? So I've offended, millions of people already. Sorry.
That's all it.
Yeah.
It's all in jest, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, anyway, the point is, yeah, a lot of regions, and I do like that about HeroQuest fans that we can bring in people from other places, and I mean, I guess we miss out on all the people that don't speak English primarily, but I mean,
Yeah.
we still get a slice of the world.
Oh, totally. And it's like it's games like Hero Quest or Warhammer, D&D, whichever. They do. That's what they do. They bring people together from all different places and walks of life and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's everyone's interested in the same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We joke about the regional differences, like in you've heard of the rabbit boots, of course. In Australia, they're the kangaroo boots. Not many people know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Subscribers go down. We lost all the Aussies now. Just kidding. No. The Bard is Spanish, whatever race they are. Oh, we don't have Hispazargon in here. He could school me on it. Well, yeah, is he? Well, yeah, it just, I don't know. I mean, I look at these characters and I think, until you paint it, he could be anything, right? You just project your imagination on there. I mean, yeah, he looks like a little guy, but maybe he's bald, maybe he's got a full head of hair, maybe he's got, whatever his clothes look like, his skin tone, it's up to you.
Yeah, that's how I paint my characters. I'll paint some of them with different skin tones or hair color. It just depends on what I want to, whatever I think suits them at the time. Like I've got a Sir Ragnar miniature, monstrous encounters, and painted him with blonde hair.
Sure.
And he looks strikingly like Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
if he really turned traitor, I mean, the heroes are in for a major trouble. Unless you're Bruce Lee, you're not going to beat him. Well,
we got one for that.
I know a lot of people will just look at the card and say, well, that's what the dwarf looks like, so I'm going to paint him. I mean, it's a nice little guide, but he doesn't have to look like that. I mean, even the original Hero Quest, you had two different dwarves. You had multiple looks for the Chaos Warriors, multiple looks for the Orcs. So if you needed inspiration, it wasn't just necessarily one thing, especially if you got a big mob.
When I got Kellar's Keep, I was so fed up of painting green on the orcs. So I did some red orcs, and I did some more like a chalky color, like the guys on Lord of the Rings. They've got more of a sort of chalky skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a few of them like that, and a few red ones as well.
Cool.
There's that. I watched a YouTube video, and it was talking about the guy who designed orcs. And because he was I can't remember what he was eating, blood sausage, or it's like a British, I don't even know what it is, but it's got a lot of red in it. And when he was sketching these pictures of orcs, he'd got a lot of this sauce from this favorite food that he used to eat.
Interesting.
On the pages. And the design actually thought, these orcs are supposed to be red.
Sausage orcs. Well, now I got to ask, since there's several different versions of orcs, who are we talking about here? Is this for Warhammer? Is this for Lord of the Rings? Is this for... Do we know which?
For Hero Quest.
Oh, for Hero Quest. Oh, okay.
The
Les Edwards?
The design...
Or Gary Chalk?
Designer for Dungeons and Dragons.
What's his name? Elmore? Or is it the other?
I
There's another guy too. I don't know all the names, but there's a couple of famous. Because they were the basically the pig men in old D&D.
They were more. They looked a bit more like what are the guys off the guards, Jabba's guards from Star Wars?
Oh yeah, the Gamorreans. Yep.
They looked more like them.
That makes sense. Yeah, kind of like a wild boar with green skin and less hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like the design actually.
Well, Orc Quest kind of paid tribute to that because you had the orcs that were green and then you had the porks that were pink.
Yeah. I
So,
do actually want to give Orc Quest at some point because
oh,
orcs are my favorite fantasy creature.
oh man.
So
See, I could have just made this a pure talk stream while we've been talking for a while, but I could have just dug out my orc army that I painted. I
that's
The scheme
they're
I went
brilliant.
with was dark blue like shirt, gray pants with like quasi military camo, so like white, black, like a lighter gray splotches on the pants, and then brown for the like leather pouches and sashes and stuff, and then like a gunmetal gray for the weapons, but then like a chrome edge for the weapons. Some of the guys I gave them like chrome guns, silver chrome guns and stuff. But yeah, green skin. And I was reading how people were using like 4 different shades of green to make the skin. I only used 2 plus a green wash. So maybe
Yeah,
I guess it kind of towards the darker side of green, I guess, for most of them. And then red eyes, white teeth. I guess helmets tended to be black. Maybe they had like brown fur on them because you had some with like the Mongol style helmets
yeah.
or like the Kaiser type helmets. Yeah,
Yeah.
Orc Well, I mean, Ribby would have brought Orc except he did the Dragon's Rest. I mean, that thing was huge when unpacked. Okay. Well, let's answer a few more questions, and do you still have the energy to do some questing here, Grimlore?
I'm down for that.
All right, good. Because we don't have a whole lot of quests left. In fact, if you don't mind, would you mind taking control of multiple heroes? Because I think you might need them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think I'll need backup definitely.
I'll remind you. But yeah, we've got a dwarf, we've got a druid. So Geek on Giddy says, had Doug, etc., indicated anything to suggest a villain quest plans or release? Yes, and I can't really talk about it, Geek on Giddy, but suffice to say, Doug has always wanted to put anti-heroes, heroic monsters, play as the bad guys into Hero Quest, but he's had to dance around it because the fan reaction has been largely negative to that. People are like, it's Hero Quest. You know, hello. We don't want to let Zargon control the bad guys. So he backed off from like the Warlock. He's backed off from a lot of the stuff. But I mean, you can see there's still traces of it in there. I mean, in First Light, not to spoil anything, but you've got undead that are good guys. You've got heroes taking control of Dread Warriors to fight against other Dread Warriors. You've got the tournament where it's monster versus monster and against the Ogre Horde. So there is some of that. It's just that it's sort of separated off. It's like, yeah, but the main good guys are always the good guys, you know. I think,
Suppose they could do something
yeah,
where you're playing, where you take control of bad guys. But yeah, I think where it is Hero Quest, a lot of fans might feel a little
yeah,
awkward with the lines being blurred. But
hmm
me personally, I don't mind a bit of that sometimes.
yeah,
Suppose where it makes sense, I suppose. Isn't
yeah.
it?
I think if you justify it, it's fine. In support of the Dread Flex. Ah, mutate a monster. Thank you. Yeah,
I think creatures like goblins and maybe orcs should be able to be bargained with if
mercenaries.
you show them
Yeah,
especially ogres. Well, show
yeah,
them enough gold, they'll fight you.
yeah. Or Grog.
Dread,
If you got enough Ogre Grog, you can get one of these guys on your side.
yeah. Maybe Dread warriors might be like totally not, not budge at all. They'd
No.
be like 100% devoted to
Yeah.
Zargon or whatever.
But even undead,
But,
you can imagine if you have the right magic, you already have ways to wrest them away from Zargon's control. The Bone Wand lets you control skeletons, at least temporarily, right? That's Mage of the
yeah,
Mirror.
I think if it's a wizard or someone who knows magic, they should be able to take control of them.
Mhm.
As long as their magic overpowers whatever Zargon's using or
Right.
whichever wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Sense.
Spirit Queen's Torment was, I guess, controversial because you had good, quote unquote, orcs. But I don't know. We haven't played it yet, but oh, thanks for the potion. Nice. For someone finds the boot. Of course. Yes. The idea of renegade orcs is actually something that was planned but never completed. So the dwarf quest pack, which shout out to Luca Paschi working on that. The dwarf quest pack would have had a renegade orc early on. You know, yeah, you can bargain with him and get him on your side. So, I mean, it was definitely planned, you know, way back then. The idea that most of the orcs are good guys and it's just a few that have been corrupted, I think it's the opposite in Hero Quest. It's most of them are perfectly happy to go raiding and pillaging and fighting for the big boss wizard, you know. But you've got a few mostly misfits who went a different direction and, you know, they managed to escape because they would have been killed, you know, or eaten or whatever, but might end up on the hero's side. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, totally makes sense, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, why don't we get into some questing? Because that is what you're here for. You know, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right. I think we left off on Zargon's turn. So do you need any refresher on where we were? You probably remember it better than I do.
I remember I was in this room, and there was some guys we were fighting. I think I stood on a trap, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we just cleared the room, but yeah, I can't fully remember.
You can see the screen. Actually, there is a mummy, so we did get a monster at the end. So I'm pretty sure it's my turn because we usually end up on my turn. Don't let anybody let me cheat here. Zara's turn. Yeah, I'll just take my turn.
Yeah.
I'm chomping at the bit for Minotaur Maze and, of course, Luca Paschi news. Yeah, man. Well, we've had a lot of new streams. It's time for us to do a game. So I'm going to say let's move the mummy in. This is the monk, the upstart monk. He's going to be attacked by the mummy. Okay, just got to remember this is against the Ogre Horde, not Jungles of Delthrak. Okay, so 3 attack dice. 2 skulls. Alright, monk should be... Is it 3 or 4? Does he have bracers yet?
I don't think I have.
No, he doesn't. I know Doug was saying no, he's not supposed to wear armor of any kind. I think I allowed it. Yeah, it's just 3. Okay.
HQ.
Yeah, HQ roll, space, number.
3.
Ching, and 1 damage. Okay, and let's see which one was the monk here. Nope, wrong one. There we go. So he's down to 3 body points. Okay, hero's turn. And I'll let you know you do have fire.
Which hero is going first? Is it?
Well, I'm not too particular about the order, but if you look on the screen, can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the monk first, and then we've got the dwarf, and then last of all the druid, if that's cool.
Yeah. The monk first, yeah?
Yeah.
I was just seeing.
Well, with Geek on Giddy, yeah, I have been using the terrain and stuff, but on Jungles of Delthrak, you're inside a temple, and so like you don't have as much of the greenery around. But yeah, once you go outside again, you'll see it for sure. But yeah, this is against the Ogre Horde, the Tumultuous Halls or the Carrion Halls, depending on how you read it. They're looking for the exit door at this point. All right, do you need some help there? Are you?
I'm gonna do a basic attack on him.
Okay, so 2 dice. All right, the fist shoots out. Let's see if he can stop it. His slow reflexes. He's got 4 defense. Ching! No damage. Like he blocks it with a cast. Whew. All this dust. It kicks up a whole bunch of dust, but he definitely blocks it. Nice flora and fauna. All right, so next you've got the dwarf, and do you need a rundown of what he's got?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay. I think we've had Jacer controlling him a lot, so I think last he was equipped with longsword and shield. But if you want to switch over to the battle axe and put down the shield, you certainly can.
I think I'll do that. Yeah, the battle axe.
Okay.
And,
all right, and
move.
tower shield is put down, so you've got full movement. You can roll your. I mean, if you're only moving 2 squares, you don't have to roll, but it's up to you.
Okay, I'll move in 2 squares and I'll attack instead.
Okay. The battle is joined.
And how many attack is that?
I'll be 4 dice. Oh wait, hold on. Before you roll. Oh, you already rolled. I'll let you re-roll. Okay, so since he is a knight level dwarf, you could roll 2 white and 2 black if you want. So I'll let you re-roll if you would like. I mean, you got 2 skulls. It's up to you.
I think I'll just stick with the regular roll.
Right. It's been a while. He's a little rusty, but you know he took a swing and it was all right. Okay, so 2 skulls. All right, we'll roll our defense here. The mummy once again. Cha-ching! The toughen.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm supposed to upgrade him. Whoops. That was Bohemius last time. Okay, he's an elite now. You're lucky he didn't do all that this time. Yeah. He like rips his bandages a little bit. There's more bandages underneath, of course, but yeah, he's like a buff mummy.
He's hulking out.
Yep. Yeah. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Okay. Next, we've got the druid. And if you need a reminder, the druid. Let's see. Druid has his shapeshift spell still to use, if he wishes, but that does use an action.
Does he have any? Do I remember correctly? He had a crossbow.
Yes, he does. And he could shoot from here if he wants to.
Yeah, I was thinking fire with the crossbow. Try and get a shot in on the mummy there.
All right.
Range. Oh.
The mummy like points at you like ooh.
You. Yeah. Right. Okay. How much is the crossbow? Is it 3 of them?
3 dice. Yep. Two skulls. Okay. All right. So now he's defending with elite dice. Ching. He just like catches it somehow, and he like snaps the bolt in half. Like, what you gonna do, brother? Flexes. More bandages are ripping. You know, there's just disgusting bandages like falling everywhere.
Yellow and red ones.
Yep. Yeah, make up whatever explanation you want. Okay. All right. Okay. So is he going to take any movement?
I think he's gonna stay there.
Okay. All right. my turn. Oops. Okay, so Mummy is going to attack, and I'm going to decide who I'm going to attack. I can't really get out of here. There's a stone wall next to me. I think he's just gonna... Oh, the dwarf is a little weaker. Yeah, let's go for the dwarf this time. Okay, he takes an elite attack. 3 black dice. Only 1 skull. Okay, dwarf. Let me make sure I got this right. So he's got a helmet. 3, 4, 5. Elven chainmail. Yeah, 5 dice. Ching! No damage.
I'm gonna use Touch of Inferno. Like I've unlocked fire. So
Oh, okay.
it actually, I might use Burning Spirit actually do the beam.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the beam.
Alright, so he's going to do the Hadouken.
Yeah.
Oh man. Where did I put that? Oh. 1 second here. I know I've got... I had those little glowy LEDs at Gen Con, but because the lights were so bright in the exhibit hall, it was greatly diminished. You can definitely see the effect much better on camera here.
Yeah.
Alright. So he starts building up power, and then just like...
Dice would that be with the?
Oh, it's not even dice. It's just a hit. It's just 2 damage.
Okay.
No defense. I mean, unless it's a really special monster, I guess, that gets a revive. But yeah, you got him. Got him.
Nice.
Fatality.
Toasty.
Toasty. Oopsie. Crispy. Get all the jokes. All right, got him. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So no monsters. Those will recharge next. Okay. So is Monk gonna do anything movement wise?
I think I can't search for anything, can I? Because I've already done an action. So I'll just stay there and then I'll.
I was gonna say unless there's a bonus treasure search. Let me double check. Like I said, it's been a while, so let me just see. Usually Wordicon gets those in for us. There is a bonus treasure search if you want to use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it'll be a safe search. So the monk is searching the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And keep in mind, the room can still be searched the normal way.
Oh.
It's a gem! Tucked into the toe of an old boot, you find a small gem worth 35 gold coins. Okay, what was Geek on Giddy saying? When someone finds the boot. Okay, so there's also a utility potion in there.
Okay.
So
Good.
35 gold coins. And what did I do with my... Oh, I put the potion deck away. Whoops. Utility potion. Let's say it is Heroic Brew. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
That's a good one. Okay, so be sure to add that to your character sheet, and I'll add it to mine here. So that was the monk. With Heroic Brew. And 35 gold. So he should have 60 gold coins at this time.
Yeah. Nearly enough for the to buy the orphanage now.
Yeah. Yep, give him the little bit of an upgrade. Yeah, so otherwise, I think the monk, he has a couple of rapier swords. He has a +2 healing. I have that he has a bone battle axe, but I don't think he can use it. He just has it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. And next, the dwarf.
I'd like to search for secret doors.
Okay. Searching for secret doors. So this is the dwarf. Secret door. Yeah, he says caster can kick walls from memory. Well, maybe he kicked this wall. No. Okay. So the dwarf finds a secret door here to the south.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go through it.
All right. No movement
See what's
required. So 1, 2. You open the door to see what's in the room. All right. Inside you behold a bookcase, a closed door, as well as it's fun because this music is the track is titled Slaves to Darkness. So what does that tell you? Chaos Warriors. So we got one here. 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 We'll check and see if they're elites. Okay, we'll say bottom to top. Okay. He's got one elite. That's not all. There's also an ogre. All right, that's what you see.
Just 4 guys hanging out.
The ogre's just
I think I'll
pulling books off the shelf and just gnawing on them, trying to absorb the knowledge.
yeah. I think I'll re-equip the tower shield and the sword.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think I'll wait there for now.
All right. Blocks the door
So,
like a champ.
Yeah.
All right. The druid.
Good. So he can shapeshift.
Yes.
I'll move towards. Do I have to roll now? Because
Yes.
there's
Monsters present. Go for the roll. HQ move. Nice.
So I'll move into the room and then shapeshift
Okay.
and attack.
Well, it's going to be an action to shapeshift, and you don't get the attack.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll stay behind the dwarf and shapeshift.
Okay. So. It's the bear. So he's got the +1 attack, +1 defense. While in that state, if he takes any damage, he goes back to normal. But he can regain that spell if he ever gets his body points back to the maximum 6 again.
So with the is where he's used up the fire. Is he back to square one with the elementals?
Yes, because he doesn't have line of sight to any monsters in this. He doesn't see any monsters, so yep, fully restocked.
Okay, I'm gonna have a quick scan through all the difference.
But first,
Um,
I got to take my turn.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Usually I'm the one that tries to take away the hero's turn, so it's all right. But you're just thinking ahead. Yeah, he will get them back. Because I don't. Well, I guess I could. Oh, you know what? There is the possibility of me charging in with the ogre and shoving him aside, so that he would have line of sight. I think I'll try to do that. I'm remembering I allowed my ogres to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Chaos Warriors, let's see. Let me show you how it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoves them to the side. Okay, and I'll just double check. So this is an Ogre Warrior. And he's got 5 attack dice. He's gonna actually go for the Big Bear. Two skulls. And let me just double check how much you defend with here. Just keep us honest. So you have the 2 base, of course. You have bracers. And then the power. So you have 4.
Okay.
Okay, so you blocked them all. Ching! No damage. Oh, I should have shoved you more, because this Chaos Warrior can't really get in there. Alright, well they're just going to queue up then. Okay, it's going to move there. Six in front of the door. Okay, now heroes.
So it's the monk's turn. So because the ogres came in, he's not been able to recharge.
Right. He's got line of sight to a monster. It's supposed to be at the beginning of his turn, so he's just got the regular attack.
Okay.
He does have a rapier for diagonal attacks, though, so I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go in with a diagonal attack.
All right.
And try and stab him. I'll move. Should I roll for movement?
Oh, 1, 2. I mean, it's only 2. I'm not going to make you do it. Even if you got snake eyes, you still make it. If you want to roll, go right ahead. Rolling is fun.
Yeah, just move me in, and I'll do the diagonal.
I don't know what it's called, but the sword. Remember the magic sword in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? I kind of picture him using one of those.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yep, 2 dice.
2, yeah.
Yep. 2 skulls. Amazing. Oh. Okay. So my ogres are a little stronger than Avalon Hills, so they got 5 dice for defense. Ching! 1 got through. 1 damage.
And is it the dwarf next? Yeah.
Yep.
I'll attack with the dwarf.
Okay, so dwarf's taking a swing with the longsword.
Yeah.
3 dice. Yeah.
3 dice.
3 regular. Yep. 1 skull. All right, ogre defends. No, he doesn't. Wow. Okay, 2 more hits.
The bear.
All right. Remember the extra attack die. What weapon are you using?
So this is the bear attacking now.
Yeah. So he does have a battle axe. So it'd be 5.
Okay. Bear with a battle axe.
Yep.
Scary.
Oh man, 2 skulls and a wrestling move. Geek on Getty says next
Okay.
stream, Kurgan hams up immersion and where theme nails his gym. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, you do see my hands all the time, so. Or like garish rings or something. Gloves. I don't know about that. That's a different creative direction. Let the GM decide. Yeah.
For a wrestling move, I'm gonna do the bionic elbow,
Oh, man.
courtesy of the American.
Yeah.
The road.
Touch the road, Daddy. Doing that for all the hard-working men out there trying to feed their
It's
family.
gonna be hot.
Gonna be putting hard times on the American dream. Dusty road. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be 2 damage. Wow. All right. So you do the little dance. He's got the polka dot tights, and then, ha! Bam! Right in the head. Ugh. So he's staggering. Is he dead yet? 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm using kind of like a mixture of stats. Yeah, 5 body points. You got him. Some for the 3 count. Ding ding.
Hard times for that ogre.
What a maneuver. Yeah, that was for all the working men and women out there trying to feed their families, just trying to get by.
Yeah. Can I trying to think.
Well, he can move, but
I think I'll move in with the bear. Obviously, I'm not attacked, but I'll charge in with the bear.
well, he does have the higher defense. Are you going to go into the room, do you think, or?
Yeah, I think we'll go into the room rather than door camp. We'll go in there.
Brave. Okay. So 1,
We regret.
2. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay. My turn. All right. First of all, the Elite Chaos Warrior takes a swipe with his mighty axe. Three skulls.
How much do I spend with?
You've got 5 defense, unless you're trying to boost it with something. Actually, I don't see you have any potions of defense left, so yeah, be 5. All right, cha-ching! 1 damage. Okay, so you diminish down to a regular druid. Everybody's kind of like shocked. It's like a little kid wearing an oversized bear suit suddenly. It's like, oh. Alright. Let's see. I can move him or I can move other 2. Yeah, I'm going to move him back. 1, 2. Move the other one forward. Now he's going to take a swing. One skull. Druid. So you're defending with 4 now. Next time, Gadget. Next time. Forgot the voice. Okay. Cha-ching. No damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this one's going to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Chaos Warrior attacks. Attacks the Druid. 1 skull. Ooh, upgrade. Nice. Ching. Okay, he's an elite now. Of course, the timing of it. Yeah, you blocked it. Okay. All right, that's the end of my turn. Back to the heroes.
So the monk can recharge now. Is that right? Or...
Well, he can see a monster through the doorway.
Okay.
Got him.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could run out of the room and like park yourself in a, but then you're taking yourself out of the fight for a round. It's up to you. This is what happened to me at Gen Con. I used all my powers, but then I kept seeing monsters, so I couldn't recharge them, and
yeah,
too brave.
The first time I tried the monk, I had a similar thing. Where it's situational, the monk, but it's
hit and run.
He's I think what I'll do is I'll go into the, if I can squeeze past the druid, I'll go into the room and do a diagonal attack with the rapier.
Okay, yeah, let's get your movement roll. Okay, should be plenty. All right, so you just want to come in here like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just right next to the druid, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, you've triggered a spear trap.
Oh.
Roll 1 combat die. Alright, it hits you, your turn ends. Okay, next, dwarf.
Does he have a crossbow by any chance? I don't know.
Is the dwarf? I believe so. Let me double check. Yes. Don't leave home without it. Cocked and ready.
That would be of any use in this situation.
Well,
I think what I'll do
you could shoot from here at him through the secret door.
Yeah, actually.
Or you could rush in and hope to shoot somebody else.
I think I'll do the diagonal shot with the crossbow, yeah.
You only need
Try
one
hit that guy.
movement, so yeah. It's gonna sail past the ears of the druid. Just a little higher. Just a little higher. Wait, I thought you were blind. See a lot better. Trust me. Okay. If anybody gets that reference. All right, 2 skulls. Okay, and that's the elite. Ching! No damage. Glances off his evil helm.
Chaos arm was tough.
Yep, he just kind of stares at you with that dead, faceplate, glowing eyes. All right. Okay. And we got the druid right in the midst of everything.
I'll just do a basic attack on the guy in front of me.
Okay, so the one to the south.
Yeah.
Okay. Battle axe. 4 dice. 1 skull. Now, I will caution you. I mean, it's your call, of course, but I will remind you, since it's been a while, you do have a potion of battle, which will allow you to re-roll that dice 1 time if you're not satisfied with the result.
I think I'll do that actually.
Okay.
Because,
I thought you might.
yeah.
All right.
Good.
Potion of battle is used. You can re-roll. Well, Geek on Getty, Rob Champ, who of course lives up to his name in many ways, gave me one of those like plastic eggs that you pop open and it has a Godzilla figure inside, which I haven't assembled yet, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there was a giant painted version of the Venom Dragon inside the Gen Con cabinet. It looked pretty awesome. It was Jennifer McDonough who painted it, I believe. But you can check the photos if I got the name wrong. Okay, so same result, but it was worth a try. Wow. Ribby? Just kidding. Alright, so 1 skull. Alright, so I'm going to roll my defense now. And this is a regular Chaos Warrior, so just white dice. Well, these dice I'm rolling at the same. Okay, so ching! No damage. They're just a color variant. They're supposed to look like those Gen Con dice, giveaway dice from a couple years ago. Or was it last year?
Oh, they look like
2 years ago. Yeah. Kind of a teal color. They're supposed to be translucent as well. Anyway. You can see it in the screen, it's just you don't see it on the 3D versions. Okay, so he blocked the damage. You gonna move?
Yeah, I think I'll move this guy back out of the room.
Okay, just 1, or are you gonna roll for it?
I'm gonna roll for it. Well, actually, just 2. I'd just like to move next to the door, so just like 2 spaces.
Like here?
Yeah, just start.
Okay, you got a little quieter all of a sudden there.
Yeah, my phone's far away.
Oh, there we
again,
go.
so.
Yep. Hope everybody in the chat can still hear us okay. Just let us know if there's any issues with the sound, please. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. So, looks like we haven't had any other heroes joining us, but, I mean, you're holding up well. I'm just kind of reminding you of what you got so that you know, because you're managing more heroes than usual. Okay.
Yeah. I've just got the monk stuff written down, so the rest I'm relying on you to sort of remind me. I'm trying to remember it in my head. I took a few notes here and there, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've got bits of paper around me.
Oh yeah. Yep. I use a paper clip. Geek on Getty is, I imagine that Venomzilla acts like a Russian doll and generates Venomite spawnlings. That could be interesting. Yeah, little dragons. I actually had a nesting doll when I was a kid. You know, you pop the mom open and there's a smaller one inside, and it just keeps going down until you got like the little tiny one. But like
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but like if you did that for a Godzilla one, that would be pretty sweet.
That'd be awesome.
I'd buy that for $1 or more. So yeah, shout out to Rob Champ. Thanks for the awesome gift. Yeah. I'll have to assemble it and show it on screen. I think it was just, you don't need glue or anything. You just pop it together. It's pre-painted. I think Sikashem got Mecha Godzilla. I'm not sure how many of them he had to hand out, but it was pretty cool. All right. Okay.
I'll show him. Like it's the original old Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were laughing at the effects, but I mean, even as a kid, I remember watching it and finding some of the stuff funny. You know, the fight between Godzilla and Mothra and stuff.
Well, that took on a life of its own. It was like before you had Power Rangers and all that, you had big guys in suits smashing each other up in front of like cardboard cities and
Yeah,
or whatever it was made out of. But yeah, it's just it was hokey, but it was awesome too.
it was.
Yeah.
Even the original Spider and the thing that used to be on the telly in the sort of 70s and 80s, the guy in the costume.
Ultraman. You might-
Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man TV show.
Oh, the Spider-Man TV show. I saw some of that much later. He hardly ever used webbing, and when he did, it was like it looked like jump rope or something coming out of his costume. It's like wheat with the sound effects.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's kind of it's funny to look back on, but at the time, it was actually like quite amazing, especially for a young mind.
Oh, I see what you did there. Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, it was spectacular. Yeah. Well, I remember a show. So we had Sesame Street was like the kids show and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but there was also the Electric Company, which I only saw when I was on vacation because I think it was on cable. And in that one, they had
Okay.
Spider-Man. I don't know if they had the Spider-Man license or not, but they're just like, "Hey, look, it's Spider-Man," and whenever he talked, it would just make a cartoon sound effect, and a word bubble would appear, like on the screen.
Yeah.
A thought balloon. Do you remember this? I don't know if you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do remember the show, certain shows, like
Because we're
on the
cartoons
weekends.
as well. Yeah. Oh man, that brings me back. I'll have to check out. I don't know if I could watch it anymore, but it's just to try to imagine being a kid again, and yeah, just being like, "It's Spider-Man, yes!" The kids cheers next to the breakfast cereal.
good nostalgia trip, definitely.
All right,
So,
I was like,
whose go is it?
okay, so all right, so he moved.
Hey.
Is it my turn?
I think so. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I moved with the.
I'm like that kid that he's like, messing around, telling jokes, and it's like, dude, it's been your turn for like 15 minutes. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding up the game. I was waiting. Distracto. Okay. Let's see. I've got you left me a clear space, so I guess you want to fight. All right, let's get an elite out there. Yeah. Okay, so we'll attack the dwarf. Get some better fight music going. Okay. All right, Chaos Warrior attacks the dwarf. Remember, none of these guys can die, otherwise our regulars are going to come back and be mad. Like, hey, you weren't here. It's like, yeah, but you canceled the stream. Yeah, but I brought it back. We're going to have a real fight on our hands. Okay, 3 skulls.
Okay, and I've got the tower shield. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, you switched back to the tower shield, so that's 2 plus the helmet, plus the elven chainmail, plus your 2 default, so 7?
Jace is back. I think Jason just rolled for.
Oh, I said his name. I should have said it earlier. Jacer!
Yeah.
Welcome,
So if
Jacer.
he wants to take the war, and he just did the roll. So.
Okay, well, Jacer, this is perfect timing because you're being attacked. And I was about to say, do you roll 7 dice with the tower shield? Alright, he rolled a skull.
Yeah, and I rolled 6 other before that, so that's 7 dice.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, so you just got 1 shield. You don't have a potion of battle, do you? Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, but it only works for attacks. I always forget. I always forget that. I was going to say, well, you could just roll it. No, you can't. Oh, man. And no cards. Okay. All right. So you blocked 1. 2 damage. And the dwarf is down. Welcome to the party, pal. You got healing potions. I don't feel the least bit sorry for you. But what are you going to choose to use is the question.
I got two 1d6s, so I'll use one of those.
Makes sense. Ah, Joe.
Yeah, average Joe.
Average Joe. Joe Average. Actually, Joe Manganello was pretty cool. Whatever my impression was before, I greatly improved. He strikes me as like an actual fan. So, cheers, Joe. Joe Manganello. You know, because I think a lot of people just assumed, hey, you know, he's just some celebrity they brought in to promote stuff, which is fine. But it's like, no, he actually did play HeroQuest as a kid, and he still does like it, and he wants to do more if they'll let him.
I thought the whole thing was pretty good. I just got mad at all the empty chests because there was so much things where he could have said, like, this, you know, it could have been this chest has already been looted. Or, you know what I mean? Or even this chest only has 3 coins left in it. The rest has been, you know what I mean? Like, there was so much room. And for everyone to be, this chest is empty. This chest is empty. I was like, that just sucked.
Yeah.
But everything else, like I said,
you could imagine, though.
There could have been a lot of flavor in there, even if he wanted them all to be empty.
You could imagine 12-year-old Joe sitting there with his friends, and it's like, it's empty. And they're like, let me guess, it's empty. Well, no, actually, this time. He's like, ha.
Right, and it forces you to be the one that doesn't search first, because at least numbers 2, 3, and 4 can actually get something.
Well, without spoiling too much, Jacer, I'll let you know that it's possible that some of the chests have different things in them now in the new version.
Oh, good. So I feel better because, like I said, that was my only critique on his whole thing. Like, I liked everything seemed pretty cool, except that was the only thing I didn't like.
I boosted his dragon. He actually weakened the dragon this time, and a lot of people criticized him for it. But we're thinking it was because probably he and Doug talked, and Doug's idea is you start the expansion with a fresh party of heroes, so you don't get bogged down with all that collected loot. And so because of that, he was thinking, okay, make it easier. That's my theory, but I didn't actually get to that because I hadn't glanced ahead. Other people glanced, but anyway. Okay, so he survived the attack, used the potion, and now we got more Chaos Warriors. So it looks like we're going to have one for each. Boom, boom. This guy moves in to attack the druid. Yeah, I know. I changed the schedule last minute, so I'm glad you could make it.
I didn't even know about the schedule change. I just got bogged down. I was trying to leave work early and then ended up working till the end of the day and then had to talk to some people. And
that happened,
by the time I got home, I was like, oh, man, it's already 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then my wife goes, are you going to play your game? And I was like, actually, I am.
Time to play the game. Yep. Cool. Well, that was shout out to Jace's wife. Good reminder there. Well, you don't need to hear my whole sordid story, but yeah, I rented a vehicle for comfort and everything for the Indianapolis trip. Left my car parked at my friend's place. No problem. It broke down like 10 miles out from my parents' house, and I was like, dang it. So I had to take the day off and get it towed, get it repaired. And they were like, oh yeah, we got to order the parts, because of course they do. And it's like, well, it might be done or it might not. So there was a chance it was going to be done today, and I'd get it and I could have done the stream. But I thought, well, I'll just cancel the stream. And then they're like, yeah, you pick it up next week. It's like, okay, fine. So yeah, but as a result, we had some people that made other plans, understandably. And they're like, oh man. But don't worry, you will not miss the arena battle. So next Friday, I'm going to be going to pick up my vehicle. So probably we'll have to cancel the stream for sure. I'm just going to say it's canceled for now. We might still be able to do Saturday, although we're at a good stopping point for Jungles of Deltarak. But then I want to do the arena battle event on a Friday and a Saturday. 2-day event in gratitude for the fans who've contributed their gold coins all this time. gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to the arena battle. I don't know if I can part in it or if I watch it. Either way, it's
Yeah.
gonna be-
Yeah, I just need to allow myself enough time to actually have a plan because I have all kinds of ideas rolling around in my head. And I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking of like war games, steel cages around the arena. But I mean, when you think about it, there's two arenas, right? There's two that you can put side by side for the extra space. And I do have some extra monsters now, coincidentally. So yeah, we'll try to make it extra special. Okay, so rolled my 2 skulls against the druid. So Zargon or Grimlore, are you still? I don't know if you get. Well, there's 3 heroes. So I had.
Yeah.
We'll give the dwarf to Jacer, and then you can control the other 2 if that's okay.
Cool. How much do I defend with the druid? Yeah.
Okay, so he's lost his shapeshift. So he should be at 4. I think it's 4. Let me just double check.
If he's got the bracers and the shield, it's 4.
Yeah, technically he didn't equip the shield.
Oh, he's still holding the battle axe.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 3.
Okay.
If I goofed up before and let you defend with 5, that's me. Oh, 2 hits.
That would have been a brilliant attack. But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna go down to 1.
Do I have any potions of healing?
You have a +2 healing. Oh, nope, you have... it's wrong. You have a D6 as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll knock back the D6 one then.
Oh, okay. That works.
So I'll roll a D6, yeah?
Yep. Movement die. I know we got an ad coming up, so quick. 3! Okay. He's gonna be fine. Oh, it's as if it never even happened.
That is new. Right.
Okay, so back up to 4. Cross that off. Okay, still got one more Chaos Warrior. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna attack the monk. All right. Prepare to die. 3 skulls. You're defending with 3. And you have no access to your powers. Cha-ching! Okay, he takes 1 damage. Wow.
I think I'm down to 1 body point now.
Yep. You do have a +2 healing left, of course. But
I think I'm gonna before I drop down. Yeah.
you're gonna
Take
use.
one of those.
Oh, you're gonna use it right now. Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to roll for that?
No, it's automatic. 2. Beware. Down to the wire. You've still got an elite Chaos Warrior on you. Okay. That's it for Zargon's turn. Back to the heroes. Starting with the monk.
I'm gonna attack this red warrior.
You have the fire unlocked?
He used
I
it up.
don't.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's fully exhausted.
He's had monsters in view. I keep thwarting him.
So my basic attack is 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
2? Yeah, 2. gonna try and judo chop him.
Okay, 1 skull. All right, he is an elite. You people in the chat, if you want to try to save him.
Oh,
I was talking about the Chaos Warrior, of course, not the monk. Come on, the old pal Uncle Zagon, help him out. Okay. Speaking of dubious accents, okay. Oh, Geekon Getty. Sorry, I forgot that he was leaving. Yeah, thanks for joining us. If he's listening in the replay, appreciate it. Crowd cheers. Yeah. Okay.
cheers.
Okay, so you did 1 damage to him. Any movement?
Trying to think.
I don't know if you want to make a run for it, but sometimes that could be even worse than sticking around.
Just stay where I am for now.
Brave. Stalwart. Okay.
I think that'll do.
His companions will help him. Alright, we got the dwarf. Jacer.
All right. I'm gonna put my tower shield away.
Oh man.
So I got 4 movement. Oh, I think I don't even have enough movement.
You have any potions to help you?
No, I used the speed up. Oh, I potion of dexterity.
Am I looking at the right thing? Because oh, you did use the speed?
Yeah.
Okay, let me cross it off. I forgot to do that. You do have dexterity, yes.
I'll use a potion of dexterity.
Okay. That's 5 extra movement. 8.
I'm only gonna really. Oh no! Wait. Crap. I don't think I can do that.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to go around to attack the other one, but there's a weapons rack in the way.
Uncommon feat. You want to try to balance on it? I'm gonna say if you fail, you fall and hurt yourself on one of the weapons.
Sure.
All right.
I'll go for it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up here. But yeah, try it. Skull is success. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Success.
All
All right. So I balance up on there. I go next to the
Did it.
Chaos Warrior by the secret door,
Okay.
and I do a leaping. I'm glad I put my shield away. So I'm doing a leaping attack with my axe. And we got 2
Probably never balance it again.
2 black,
We'll just
2
say
white.
he's over there. Oh man. Okay. The uncommon feats make it all the more crazy.
Off the top rope.
Ah.
It's like the Undertaker's rope
Oh, yeah.
balance attack.
It's holding onto the wrist. Walking the ropes. Good point. Okay, I blocked 1, 2 damage. Didn't quite take him out. He's not expecting it. So yeah, you jumped down from the ropes and just like socked him one. Ha. Okay. Now, but does that mean, well, you can't keep balancing on there. Where are you going to end up after this? You have enough movement. You could just go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I
Back here.
yeah. I'll go to just to the side of that Chaos Warrior there. And I'll thank him for his wrist to action to help me get to his buddy.
Oh, I get it. It's like you grabbed his wrist, you hopped up on there, and then and then you grabbed his wrist again. What? It all made sense in the pro wrestling logic.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I weakened him up. Hopefully the druid can take that guy out.
All right, druid. Speaking of the druid,
Gonna attack him.
volume's low, by the way.
I'm gonna do an attack and see if I can kill him now.
I was doing the George Foreman thing. It's like louder. Say it with feeling. Yeah. Okay.
And that's attack 3, is it? Remember correctly?
If you're going long sword and shield, then it'd be 3. If you're going to attack with your battle axe, it'll be 4.
Can I switch to my battle axe?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do a 4 attack then. See what I can do. 2.
Okay, but you're dropping the shield. All right. What I'm trying not to do is let you do it in the same turn. Otherwise, it would be a kind of a cheat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, last time he defended with 3 because you said he didn't have the shield. That's why I asked if he had his battle axe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm trying to cheat. Got him. Is this like Hero Quest? Yeah, it is. Hero Quest, the sandwich, delicious adventure for sandwiches. Welcome, Trisha. Okay. All right. Defense. We got elite defense. Yeah, members of the chat are able to participate with gold coins. You can influence the quest as we play, or if you want to control a hero, hop into our Discord real quick here. Voice channel quest talk. All right, so I blocked 1, took 1 damage. And that finishes him off. All right, so the path is clear. The path into the room is clear.
I think I'll stay there still.
I don't know who that is, Steve Aoki. If this is like spin-off or something, no. Nope, this is the old game from Milton Bradley, from '89, revived in 2020 by Avalon Hill. Yeah, there's many hero quests out there.
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I am with the druid for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The druid should at least go into the same room as the monk.
Oh, okay. I'll do
That way,
then.
if he dies, all of his stuff doesn't disappear.
If he dies,
Okay.
he dies.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in sight of a death, then at least you can get his stuff. If not, it didn't happen. It's gone.
Okay, I'll move into the room and then I'll just go into the
Hold that door.
The corner on the right. I think I'll go. Just one more to the left, to the corner. Yeah, that'll do. Thanks, Kogan.
All right. All right. Attacking the monk. Three skulls. You folks in the chat, if you want to try to save him, now's your chance. Get him a potion.
Defense 3.
Yep. Ooh. No! Goes down. This is his death scene.
I think this is the second or third time he's died.
No, it's slow motion. All the other heroes. No. All right. I still got turn. He's like, ha 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 ha, got him. All right, he's gonna move over here, and we got this Chaos Warrior is going to attack the dwarf. It's okay. My monk died at Gen Con too. 3 skulls. Ching, and a wrestling move.
All right. We're gonna choke slam him into that weapons rack.
Impale him on one of the spears.
All right. Weapons rack falls down. Okay. It's just items go flying everywhere. Okay, so he's 1 body point of damage. Okay. That's it for Zargon. Heroes. Monk lies still. Okay. Dwarf.
I'll move five squares and go between the monk and the druid.
All right. Okay.
And I'll attack the elite guy.
Okay. See what you got.
I'm gonna stick with the battle axe.
All right. Three skulls. All right. Okay, he defends.
Blue dice.
Ching! 1 hit. 1 got through. He's staggering.
All right, I guess it's all on the druid to get over there, kill him, and administer a potion, or he's dead.
We'll see. Oh yeah, I'll move 1 down and then try and attack this red warrior.
You're gonna have to roll a 3 on your movement because you have to be adjacent to the monk to save him if you kill the Chaos Warrior.
Okay, I'll do that. I've got 6. So yeah, I'll move round to next to the monk. And then
I don't know how this is going to work. He's still going to be adjacent to a monster. Right?
Right, that's why he's got to kill the he's gonna have to stand there, but he's got to kill the monster. So he's gonna have to kill him. Otherwise, the monk dies. But that's the only hope we had was him to roll a 3, and now to defeat him in combat.
I'll allow it. Go for it.
I attack with 4, don't I? It's 4 or 3.
If you're attacking with the battle axe, it's 4.
Okay.
Let me just make sure Let's see. You have any special potions? No.
I got 2.
All right. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Wow. Look at that. Got him. All right. So you're gonna try to save him?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Desperate. Last second move.
Yeah, what healing potions does he have? The druid.
Looks like a +2 is all he's got.
Oh wow, yeah. So I guess it is desperate.
Very, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll administer that
Alright.
to the monk.
Cradle his head in your arms. It's like his lifeless body. Come on.
Drink this if you want to live.
Well,
All right. Let's see here.
chug.
This is like one of those things where you got to get all the kids in the audience to like clap their hands. They believe. Come on, you can make it. You'll be great again. Live. He's coming around. Oh, color's coming back into his face. His eyes flicker open. Oh, he's barely there, but he's alive. I knew you'd come for me, my friend. I believed. All right.
That was a close.
Only his faith kept him going. All right. Okay, now that dramatic scene has happened,
I know, right? Talk about long shots.
my turn. You'll be so lucky next time.
Well, could it be the monk's turn since he didn't get to go because he was laying on the floor and we went?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, so it is a set order. All right.
Well, yeah.
The Delthrak that we can change.
I
Okay.
mean, I didn't say that earlier, so let's just go with this. All right, got to kill another hero. Sargon's on a roll. It's first game after Gen Con, so we're getting our bearings again. Okay, I'm attacking.
If we didn't skip the monk's turn, then he would have died before the dwarf even had a chance to go.
Perhaps. Okay. Oh, no, I was supposed to roll elite dice. My bad. Ignore that. Here's the real roll. Same one. Okay. Thanks, Ribby. Okay, 3 skulls. Come on, dwarf. You are next. First I break your friend, then I break you. Even though that wasn't him, it was just the other one. Ching! Okay, so 2 damage.
All right, still alive.
Still alive, old friend. Okay. Heroes. Now the monk.
The monk's gonna do his diagonal attack with the rapier.
Alright. Ha!
That's a 2, isn't it?
Yep. Missed.
Oh. He's still a bit groggy.
Also, to be fair, he's a basic level monk in this campaign, so yeah. Just a humble guy trying to get money for the orphanages. Alright. Does it for the kids. Alright. Okay. I mean, you can move, or you can stay put. It's whatever you think. Wait, don't you have a heroic brew?
Actually, yeah, didn't I? Got one in the.
Yeah, I'm not telling you what you have to do, but I mean, if you want to try again, it's up to you.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
If I do that again, then I'll.
Yeah, because if you did a double attack, this one misses anyway.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no
Forgot.
problem, no problem. That was Mentor reminding you. Zargon's like, forget. Don't look in your bag for potions. You're you failed. Mentor's training kicked in. You're like, oh, there we go. Got that skull in there. Okay, let's see if he can defend. Okay, blue dice. Ching. Didn't matter. Ha! Heroic brew. Ching. Okay, and move or stay?
I'm gonna move a little bit.
Alright.
I'll roll for move.
Alright. I think you're a little quiet there. I have to keep telling you to get that mic in your face.
Keep moving away from the thing.
Yeah. That's alright. Okay.
So, I'm gonna just move to the south of the room, straight down.
Straight down like that?
Yeah. And then I'll just leave it there
Okay.
for now.
No traps triggered.
Yeah.
He's feeling brave. Okay.
And yeah, I'll leave.
Alright, the mighty dwarf.
Battle axe for 2.
Jumped axe. I got axe for you. Little Warcraft action there. Okay, defense 4. Blue. Ching! And a hit. Gets through. Alright. He's got one left. Chaos Warrior still lives. Anything else, Jacer?
Alright. Movement.
Four. Okay.
Four. Alright, I'm gonna go to the right 1 and down 2. And I'll stand between my friends there.
Alright.
Alright, I will pass a +2 healing to the druid. And a D6 healing to the monk.
Okay. D6 to the monk, +2 to the druid.
Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome.
Let me make sure I get this all documented here. Okay. So dwarf dispenses with 2 of his healings.
Yep.
So he's down to 1 now, but the monk has 1 now. Oh, not -1. Okay, and then the druid has 1. Share the wealth, share the load.
Yep. And that should make it the druid's turn.
Okay, but
And the druid.
dwarf has superior
Right.
restoration left, right?
Yep. Yep, we all have 1 potion, and I got the superior. And if the druid wants to drink the potion now, he'll get the bear form back. There's shape-shifting.
Good point.
So I don't know if it's worth it or not, but it's an option.
Definitely.
So Grimlore, are you taking his advice?
Yeah.
All right. So you
And
get back to full, right? Let's see. Okay, so shapeshift is available to use again.
I think what I'll do is
If you get a 4, you can attack the Chaos Warrior. If you get anything less, you might as well just shapeshift and equip the shield.
I'll have to get the defense bonus.
That would be my advice for your turn. You know what I mean? Depending on what your movement is.
roll for movement.
Yeah,
5.
got a respectable 5.
Yeah, I'll move in and attack with my shield and this what I've got.
Alright, you throw all your weapons down, you take the shield and you just like swing it like a dinner tray, like right in its face. No, I'm kidding. No, you mean you equip the shield, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I introduced the buckler hoping that people would do the shield bash, but yeah. This makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I like using the buckler with the dwarf, but a lot of times you don't whiff, so
Yeah.
it doesn't always do the counterattack. I think I pulled it off once.
Yeah, it's cool when it happens. Okay, Grimlord, do you have a question? You got it. Oh! Wrestling move.
It's not good. Wrestling move. So
Funny, we were talking about shields, and all you got were shields.
do him the short arm clothesline, Jake the Snake style.
Oh! Got him. Yeah. Just a big sack of tin cans. He goes down. All right,
Great stuff.
that's it for the monsters. All right, my turn. Okay. All right. Heroes, the monk's powers finally recharge.
Awesome.
All right. How you guys doing on time?
Yeah, I'm not too bad on it.
Yeah, I'm good on.
All right. Well, if people aren't too exhausted, we can soldier on.
Yeah,
I'd be
great.
like-
You got
I'd be like,
fucking
listen,
everything.
listen, guys. I need to end the stream because I got miniatures to paint. I got this tournament. I gotta design some more T-shirts. I gotta place some more orders for swag for Gen Con. But now that that's over, I'm like, oh man, I have all this free time. I don't know what to do. Play more Hero Quest. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's a good time. Okay. All right. Well, ball's in your court, as they say.
All right.
Brother Monk.
Use the ability. What? Speak with Stone. I think the first one since you got him back.
Yeah. Could do. Yeah, that's a point.
So to search for traps and secret doors simultaneously in the room you're in?
Yeah.
Okay. Use up one of those abilities. Okay, so let's see what he found. No secret doors and no more traps.
I'll just move towards the door and open it. See what's through here.
Okay. Just reminding you that that room has not been completely searched, but okay. So
Yeah. Don't open the door because the he might want the the druid to go into bear form.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, it's your turn. You call the shots. I mean, he's giving advice, but
well, yeah, well, he's also running two characters. Well, I guess it
point.
doesn't matter. But
I don't mind if you guys crosstalk, decide what you want to do. I mean,
well, the room with that we're in now, was that search for treasure?
No.
So, or both of them weren't. Okay.
either one.
Not treasure.
Well, this had a bonus search only. Okay, so a regular search could reveal other things. There's always a possibility, right? And this has not been
because-
searched because you had monsters.
Okay.
Well, before we open it, then, yeah, could search for treasure then.
Well, you don't have any treasure searches left, and you've already done your ability, so it would have to be one of the other characters that does that.
Okay, well, I'll wait by this door. Then I won't open it just yet.
All right. He started to open it. He thought better of it, and he closed it. He was just open a crack. Okay. All right. Fine. Dwarf.
All right. I'll go up 2 spaces and I'll jump into the other room, but I'll stay next to the druid and just go in there 1 space, and then I'll do a search for treasure.
Okay. All right. You see the weapons rack is just pieces of it are laying everywhere, just debris, lots of broken weapons.
And you did say that I was going to be stabbed by a weapon, so there might be something on there.
Yeah. There's all kinds of like stuff that's just broken, twisted metal, just completely useless. But you
Fingers crossed for a magic throwing dagger or something.
You do find some old bones, which are not of any use. You find some chainmail, except this chainmail is blood red. It might be because it was painted that way, or maybe because of the battle that happened. But anyway, so some chainmail, and you find 2 potions of healing. 2 potions of healing.
Oh, excellent. I'm gonna pass 1 potion to the druid.
Okay.
Is it D6?
D6, yes.
All right, I'll pass 1 to the druid.
It doesn't actually say what kind, but we determined, based on context clues, that they probably intended for it to be T6, so that's what I'm going with as Zargon here. Your game may vary. Okay, so one to the druid, and you're keeping the other one yourself?
Yes.
Wait, did I do that right? Did the druid, doesn't he have more than 1 healing potion?
No, he just drank it to get to the 6.
Yeah,
get the shape.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me just make sure that's...
So he should have 1. The monk still has the 1 I gave him. I have 2 now.
Yep. You guys are alive, but just by a sliver.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Yep.
If that room was brutal. It was 3.
It's against the ogre horde. They made sure it was challenging. I mean, it was challenging before, but they didn't exactly nerf it. I mean, some things they kind of tweaked a little bit, but not a whole lot. I mean, we're not talking about 10 body point ogres here, or did I let the secret out? Okay. All right. So that was the dwarf.
Yeah, so now the druid ends up with a new decision: treasure or shapeshift.
Oh yeah.
Bam. Search for treasure.
Yeah. Okay, so you're searching the room with the bookcase for treasure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you search that room for treasure. Let's see what you find. Looks like we're having you draw a card here. Gold! Amidst old rags, tattered fur robes, and soiled blankets, you find a collection of 15 gold coins.
Oh, nice. Okay, and guess I'll just
You're quiet again.
move next to just behind the monk.
Okay, you're at 175. Okay. So, yeah. Just queued up behind him like that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Fine.
Okay. Zargon's turn. Okay. Excellent. Alright, hero's turn. Monk begins, no monsters. Powers recharge again.
Suppose I'll go through the door now.
You sure now?
What's in? Yeah.
Okay. Sammy opens the door the rest of the way. I just picture like whoever was in there is ready. Did I say anyone was in there? Okay. So inside you see Sorcerer's Table, as well as some Chaos Warriors. Yeah. And just a second here.
More and more Chaos Warriors.
An ogre. An ogre.
Damn. All right.
Come in, he says. Back in.
Slightly bigger than the last room. Gonna roll it for elite for the Chaos Warrior guys.
Oh yes, setting the mood here with the music.
Oh, okay. They're over there by the sorcerer table. I can see them putting their hands on it, trying to get something from the book.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Nope.
Let's not reach from the book. Hey,
we interrupted it.
Stocky Bear is back. Oh, it's all of a sudden we've got all these heroes. Hey guys, welcome. Oh, this is great. Welcome to HeroQuest fans. Do we have more players? We got KTSGR and Stocky Bear. Hello. I mean, there's hero spots open. We've already got our monk and our dwarf spoken for, but we can easily fit you in if you'd like. If you want to say something on your microphone, if you're just lurking, that's okay too. But yeah, you're welcome to pick a hero if you want. We're just mid-battle here. I just revealed this room. We've got an ogre and we've got a couple of chaos warriors. Over here, the monk, the druid, the dwarf.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Good. How about you?
Good. Just recovered from Gen Con, doing all the reporting and everything, and now we're playing some HeroQuest.
Nice.
You You've played some HeroQuest before, or is this brand new to you?
Brand new player,
Oh.
but I buy some board games from this game.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. Do you wanna hop into the quest? We can get you up to speed, or you can just watch. Either one.
For now, I'm gonna watch, to learn some basic things.
Okay. Oh, Stocky Bear. Okay, so Stocky Bear, I'm glad you're here. I saw you earlier, and I thought maybe we scared you off, or you were waiting too long. I didn't mean to make you wait, but if you can't play to get today, thanks for stopping by. It was good to meet you at Gen Con. It was fun. Looks like you had a lot of cool homebrew ideas. I always like to see that. Feel free to share them in the Discord if you haven't already. Yeah, okay. Well, no worries. You guys can keep on watching or whatever. I will let you know if you, I don't know, are you guys on phones or are you on a computer?
Me from computer.
Computer? Okay. So you can very easily, if you want, pull up twitch.tv/HeroQuestFans, and you can, I would mute the sound so you're not hearing double, but you can actually use the Twitch chat. You'll have gold coins that generate over time. You can actually use those to influence the quests as we play. So you can help the heroes, you can help me, your old pal, Uncle Sargon, you know. You kind of sound like you might be from Europe, so was it Morcar for you? Or I guess if you didn't play before, it would always be Zargon, right? If it's new. So in the US, it was Zargon, was the evil wizard, and then in Europe, it was Morcar, and in Japan, it was Grimdead. But whatever you call him, he's gonna get you. Stocky Bear says
I think I know him like a Zargon.
Zargon. Okay. Yes, you were fellow Zargons. Okay. Kurgan, I gotta run. We got company. Have fun. I promise I'll join you guys in the future. Well, great. Well, we have another game going on tomorrow, 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/HeroQuestFans. And then next weekend, at least the 15th, we will not have a stream. I'm not sure about the 16th of August. But then on the 22nd, 23rd, we should be back, and actually we'll be playing an arena battle, a special gaming event. So the more the merrier. We could have more than 4 heroes very easily. Saw the calendar. Yes. Well, I had to make the last minute change, so we missed some people today. Yeah. Well, if you're new to HeroQuest, I don't know if you've played any other Kate's. How do you say your name? Kate's GR? HPA?
Yeah.
Kate's GR. Okay. Have you played any other, I don't know, dungeon crawl games, maybe D&D adventure game or Alter Quest or anything like that?
No. Actually, I played a little bit this board game. I'm not a very new player, but I'm not the best.
Oh, no worries. Well, I was going to say there's many similar games now, but at the time, I think it was mostly just Talisman and, I don't know, Legend of Zagor and HeroQuest and Dragon Strike, Dark World. But now we've got just tons of games. I can't even name them all. But yeah, it's pretty easy to pick up, and people add their own complexity, as you probably have seen with the homebrew community. But glad to have you. Okay, so if you don't have new heroes, we'll just stick with these 3, and it's still the monk's turn. He's opened the door. Has he done an action yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
I was
You're
thinking.
just not done checking for elites.
Oh, yes.
Idea.
Oh, yeah, there were no elites.
I don't know-
Grimlore, I think your
I don't know.
volume's low.
I don't know if this is a clever idea or not, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. I want to move into the room and amongst those guys, and I'm gonna do Eye of the Storm.
Ooh,
See
okay.
if I can
Okay.
kick in and. So I'm gonna.
Oh, you're going to go. Okay, well, let's see if you get enough movement first.
But that's what my plan is.
Nice.
I've been thinking it in my head. I've been thinking
Yeah.
in my head.
There you go. See? The training. Hey, thanks for following. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'll give you more gold too to do that. To follow, I mean, subscribing, I understand money's tight with people, but if you want to do it, we appreciate the contribution. But yeah, following is great. It's awesome. We reached our follower goal and we just keep on going. Okay, so he's got 6. He's got just enough, so you're going to run up to the sorcerer's table and bust out some moves?
Yeah, I want to go in one, 2 squares in, and then like the rest north. and then I'll do that.
Oh, you can't actually hit them all. You can only hit 2 at best. You want to be here or here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Ribby, thanks. Okay, so you're asking if it's the first mission. No, this is actually mission 7 of the Against the Ogre Horde, which was originally a European exclusive, but it was recently re-released by Avalon Hill with some enhancements. And I'm loving it so far. It's definitely a challenging quest pack. And of course, we've got the Monk, which was not one of the original heroes. Druid was not one of the original heroes, but they've been added to the game as we go. Yeah, one place I point people to is yieldin.com, at least as far as an English language place. It's got a lot of lore from the old days and a lot of new stuff as well. And then, of course, our HeroQuest fans Discord at the bottom there. You can always check that out. Thanks, Ribby. Okay, so he's busting out Eye of the Storm. So that would be 2 dice. Just keep track. And so that'll be against the Chaos Warrior and the Ogre.
So, is it an attack dice or movement dice?
Just roll 2 attack dice. That's all you need to do.
And it's just a regular attack.
Yep.
So 2.
Yeah, it's just that it's applied to all the squares around him. So, oh, he missed, but it's still getting you closer to fire. So, you did all kinds of amazing moves. You did the thing where you do the kick to the guy's face, but it stops a few inches and like his hair just blows back. It's like, whoa. They're impressed, but they get their weapons ready. Okay. The candles on the sorcerer's table kind of like, blow a little bit, but they don't go out. All right.
Oh, well.
It was brave, though. Okay, dwarf.
Yeah.
6. He no longer has the dexterity.
All right, I'll run 6 squares, stand in the doorway.
Oh.
I'll equip my shield and crossbow, and I'll shoot at the ogre.
You might have a Terminator in there. I hear the dogs barking, but hopefully not. Okay.
Hopefully not.
All right. So who do you have in your sights again? It's the ogre?
The big ogre. Yep. First thing I saw when I came to that doorway.
First thing you
Aim,
smell.
fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a big target.
He's a big boy. Okay. All right. We're rolling 5 for defense. These are thick-skinned ogres. Cha-ching, but one got through. Okay. All right, and then the mighty druid.
Could I change into bear form?
Oh yes.
So I'll do that, and then I'm gonna move in and attack that.
All right, I just had this. Well, you can only do 1 action per turn though, so you're either transforming or you're attacking, not both.
Okay, I'll change into bear, and then I'll just move.
I just had this idea that he's this little kid he puts on his little footy pajamas that looks like the bear, and everyone just kind of like, yeah, right, kid. And he's like, ah, and suddenly it rips and he turns into an actual bear. It's like, whoa, amazing. Okay.
I'll just move straight behind the ogre.
Okay, when you say behind, you mean this square here or that square there? Over here?
Just directly behind him. So, like
here?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice, you can't really see which direction he's facing, but that's fine. All right, you get right in his face. You try to use the bear breath on him, but he's just like, seems fine to me. I'm an ogre. His breath is just as nasty. Okay. All right. It's a challenge. Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, the ogre's not going to step down from the challenge. He's like, gets ready to attack you. 3 skulls. All right, Druid, don't forget you got the bonus die. So what? It's 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 defense.
Oh, too bad you weren't a monster. Okay, so you blocked 1, 2 damage. All right. You dwindle down to just little druid in some torn pajamas. Oh, kind of sad, really. Okay.
Should have saved that for until later.
Well, yeah, you never know. Okay. Let's see. I got the Chaos Warriors. Oh, it could be especially evil. Let's see. All right, let's. Oh, but I got that monk there too. Well, I guess I could make sure nobody feels left out. Okay, we'll attack the monk with the first one. 3 skulls. All right, monk. 3 defense. Ooh, 2 hits. All right, he's down.
Use the water.
Oh, he's right.
Twisting turn.
He's right, you know.
Twisting top.
Yep. Okay. So if you use that, you twist out of the way of the damage, and nothing harms you. So we'll just pretend he didn't actually lose anything. It's like, Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, he's just gonna run back to the door and just like stare down the dwarf. It's like, you can't help him now. All right, the other one's gonna move in and try to take a swing at the monk. Two skulls, monk. Okay, 2 damage. Yeah, this isn't Warhammer 40k, so I don't have to telegraph all my moves. Okay, so he takes 2 damage. Now he's down. He's got a 1d6 healing to try to save himself. So you could roll a movement die if you're going to try to save yourself. Last second potion. So as you can see, we're pretty much playing the game as is, but I mean, we are doing some house rules. But the potion saves are kind of a basic thing. The European version, you didn't get that. You had to use them before you died. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 3 back.
Yeah, the European rules were a bit more brutal. I can remember
Yep.
my first Hero Quest game getting killed. It was a total party kill, the first on the trial.
PK.
And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I loved it at the same time.
Well, see, that's a good thing. The game's so good, you don't mind if you get stomped. Let's try it again.
Yeah. So I'm quite used to, if my character dies. And,
Well, see,
okay.
a lot of people forget that. They say, oh, the European version was easy because all the monsters had 1 body point. It's like, yeah, but you didn't get death saves. Well, the Dark
Yes, it
Company,
is.
you kind of got 1, but that was about it. Yeah.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind playing those rules, though, one of these times. Either European or Japanese, maybe both. See how different it plays. Okay.
It's always tried the different ways of playing.
Yeah.
Even like we've got a different person playing as Zargon.
Yep, yep.
It's 'cause the time as well.
Yeah, I experienced that at Gen Con. This year we didn't have it, but I mean, 2 years ago we had a guy who really just kind of went wild with his own rules. Like, searching was totally different. Death was handled totally different. You know, he was doing all kinds of stuff. It was great.
Yeah, he's up the game. Totally.
Yep. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. So it's the heroes. So
Okay.
Monk.
I've unlocked fire now, so I want to.
Well, not quite, not quite. You still got Earth to go.
No, because I used that speak to stone. Is it speak with?
Well, but
You
okay.
got it back before you went through the
Yeah,
doorway.
there was a turn where there were no monsters, so technically it did restart.
Okay. Well, okay. Strength of mountain then.
There you go.
To attack.
You still get something good, yeah. So that's a 4 dice attack. So who's your target?
The Chaos Warrior. I think.
The one that's right next to you.
Yeah, the one that's
Okay.
facing.
All right, 4 dice. Hit him with the iron fist or the stone fist. Three skulls. Okay. All right. Let's see what he's got. 4 defense. Nope. Wham! He just hits the wall. Falls like a ton of bricks. Got him.
Perfect. Well,
Unstoppable. Flawless victory. Okay, now fire is unlocked for your next turn. Okay, do you
revenge bonus activated.
do you need to move or are you staying put?
I think I'll stay put for now.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, next dwarf for the ad.
All right. Equipping the battle axe,
Okay.
putting the shield away.
And caution away. 3 skulls. Okay. Chaos Warrior responds.
Hey, I got my helmet and the chainmail.
Aw. Ching. But 2 hits get through.
Cool. All right. We're the opponent.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stay right there. Let's go, Druid.
Okay. The mighty druid.
Thinking, I'm gonna move into that corner.
Which one?
I'm just gonna roll for movement.
Okay.
I'm just gonna to the south, on the right.
You mean
So
here,
that's,
or is your screen maybe turned the other way? So you meant by the candlestick? I'm not quite sure.
No, I'd like to move just one south and then right one,
Okay.
and then equip my crossbow and shoot at this Chaos Warrior in the doorway.
All right. I've told Bohemius this, but I always think it looks like a slingshot, like he's pulling it back. I guess you guys call them catapults, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would suit the or even like just a sling,
yep.
one of those ones
So
swing around your head.
all
It
you
would suit him.
all you painters out there, if you want to put a little strap or something on there, feel free. Take my idea. Okay, so 3 dice. Two skulls. Okay. 4 defense for the Chaos Warrior. They call them Dread Warriors in the new version, but they're still Chaos Warriors to me. Hey, Atsumari Kofihara, welcome. Just playing some Hero Quest. Okay, so... Cha-ching, no damage.
Yeah, that's my move.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's Hero Chaos Warrior recruitment. Okay. Thank you for reminding me of that. Let's say I'm just going to hang on to him for now, because we technically have some more Chaos Warriors. More! Zargon decides when they come into the fight. Okay, let me see. Who was the other person that got one? Yeah, Ribby. Okay, Ribby, I have not forgotten. I did forget for a little while, but now I got 2. Now there are 2 of them! Okay. The Chaos Warrior is going to attack the Dwarf. 1 skull. Keep that one in your back pocket. That's right.
Let's go, Joe.
Ah. Whoa. Okay.
I pocket.
Ching. Yep. Let's see. Okay, so Atsumari Kofihara bought a healing potion. He said for the hero with 0 potions, so that would be the monk. Okay, monk, you've got a potion now.
Okay.
D6. Oops. Negative potions. There we go. Keep him alive so I can beat him up some more.
And die again.
Yep, and again, and again, and again. Okay, so that was the Chaos Warrior. Now I've got my Ogre. Wow, since you just got a fresh potion, by all means, give him an attack here. Oh, this tranquil music, this will not do. There we go, that's better. Okay, so Ogre attacks. 3 skulls, monk. Ooh.
I got 3 skulls. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
this is not Space Crusade, so you take 3 damage.
If it was Risk, at least he'd win on ties.
Oh, well, maybe so. Okay. Go ahead, roll your d6 if you want to try to survive. I'm still thinking in my head, like, you gotta roll the invulnerable save. So I was playing 40k as the orcs. Okay, so you got 2 back. So you live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Yep. We got room for heroes if anybody in the chat hearing me live wants to jump in. Just hop into the Discord, Hero Quest fans, and then go into Quest Talk for Twitch, voice channel. Okay. Guess I could move. There's not much point. Okay. Heroes. Monk first. The fire is in his eyes.
I say Touch of Inferno.
Ooh, okay.
Who's on
We don't see much of that. Okay, so... Alright, standing there by the... Alright, so his fist... Almost there. His fist is like... You just like shove it into his chest. Like... So 2 damage. Right? It's 2 damage, and then on his next turn he'll take 1 more damage.
Okay.
Oh, is it that way or is it the other way?
Let's see. Or is it 1 and then 2 later? Let's see. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. Nobody's used it in so long. Okay, yeah, he takes 1 damage now, and he'll take 2 more.
Yeah, as it burns in his chest.
Yep. At the end of his next turn. So he still has
Yeah,
a
it
chance to...
gives him a chance to do something.
Yep.
and I'd like to. Can I move as well?
Yep. That was just your action.
Okay. Can I move left squares and then up one so I'm in the corner of the room?
Yeah, because those candlesticks aren't really taking up all that room. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Okay, dwarf.
I'm gonna stay in battle axe mode.
All right.
A twofer.
All right, 2 skulls against the Chaos Warrior. No defense. 2 hits. Got him. 1 bites the dust.
Awesome. I'll take 1 step into that room.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Druid.
Can I hit him with the crossbow from here, or?
I don't see why not. Oh yeah, I mean he's so big. You can see the angle. I mean, yeah, there's room.
Okay. I'll get him with the crossbow.
Your volume's a little low there. I'm gonna be saying that to you every time. 1 skull.
Yeah.
There we go.
Typing far away. My phone was far away while I was typing.
Oh yeah. Can't type with your nose or whatever. Yeah, you just gotta go back and forth. Well, these guys know about playing with the phone too, so. Alright. It's like, we play on the phone. Just joking. Alright, 5 dice. In response. Ching! No damage. Alright, my turn.
Alright.
Alright. He's gonna run over here and he's gonna smash into the 1, 2. Wait a minute, I better check and see how much movement I have.
I think you're good. I think he has like 6.
6, yeah. 2, 3, shoves him to the side. 4, 5, 6. Okay, it didn't quite work out as I planned. That's alright, I was just showboating. Okay, going for the druid. 4 skulls.
I defend with 4, is it?
Jacer, is that right?
Yeah, because he's got it. He still has the shield.
Yeah.
Because he had the shield and the crossbow.
Yep.
So
Okay.
he still has defense.
So 4, yeah.
2.
Oh, okay. Ching, and 2 damage. Alright. Heroes. Volume. Yeah. The monk's powers are not yet restored.
I'm gonna do a regular. So I'm gonna move.
Yeah, I mean, if you can move far enough, you can get in that other room and not be in sight of a monster.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do that actually. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna go and hide in the book. Hide in that cupboard.
That's
Right.
perfect. Jump in the cupboard. I can't see nobody. Nobody can see me.
Hide amongst the crockery. Okay. All right. So that's the monk does. All right. Any other actions? I guess everything's been searched already.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Dwarf.
All right, I'll go with Tower Shield Longsword.
Missed.
Oh, I missed. Changing other weapons didn't work. All right, Druid.
It's hard to imagine. He's just this huge, hulking, monstrosity.
Yeah.
Just like swing. It went between his legs. It's just like the crowd's like, whoa! It didn't hit anything. What are you trying to say? Oh, keep it PG. All right.
I'm just gonna attack this ogre. Just gonna swing at him. Is it 4 attack?
If you switch to your battle axe,
If you switch.
you can hit him with 4, and you can also run in that other room. I got the big tower shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the battle axe.
All right.
See what I can do. 3.
All right. The old battle axe. 3. Oh, he's almost dead. Wait, what am I saying? 5? No, you got him. Like a giant tree.
Fire. Nice.
Got him.
And then on his turn, at the end of his turn, he takes 2 more damage, so that'll burn the body away. No evidence.
Yeah, it's like fatality. Toasty. Crispy. Uh-oh. Alright, anyway, got him. Okay. Well, it's my turn. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking like I need to get some groceries. I need to like kind of clean up around here. You guys okay cutting it off here? Pick it up next time.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll say again, if anybody's
Can
going to be around,
the druid move 2 spaces and just be in the other room with the monk because he has no body points or no potions?
I mean, I'm okay with that. You want to take the movement?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that, and then that'll leave.
That'll be it. Okay. So yeah, I won't take my turn. Like I was saying, so thanks guys for the game. Thanks for sticking around.
You got 2 chaos warriors that can pop out of anywhere.
Yes.
Candlesticks turn into chaos warriors.
Well,
Just like the
I
tactics coming to life.
definitely have a plan for these guys. So tune in next time.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is, so that's why
That's
I'm
right.
more cautious.
I've got more time to think about it. So just to remind everybody, we are playing Jungles of Delthrak tomorrow on twitch.tv/HeroQuestFans. That's going to be August 9th from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. So please feel free to join us. Like I was saying, August 15th, no stream, because I don't think I'll be back in time. But the 16th, certainly possible. We could play some more Jungles of Delthrak or something. I don't think I'll be taking the entire weekend off, although it would kind of make sense if I did. I don't know. I'll keep people posted. Sorry, I don't mean to be that way, but August 22nd and 23rd, the plan is, so we won't pick up with this one. We will do the arena battle. Is that cool for everybody? Are people actually going to be around?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Chaser, tell me you can make it. Definitely a nail biter.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. You helped
I
unlock
definitely.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can try.
Okay. Well, if you can, that's great.
It's the summer. Sometimes there's overtime.
Yeah.
Usually not on Fridays, but
Well,
there's sometimes other stuff afterward or meetings. So,
oh yeah.
but hopefully
Well,
I'm to go.
I know a lot of you that are parents out there have like extracurricular activities for your kids, so that I get too. Summer vacation. Yeah, if you can make it, great. If not, well, I'm sure there'll be others. I think I'll lower the amount of gold required because I totally overestimated how much we would need. You know, month after month, people just put in. It's like all you guys who play as heroes regularly have huge stores of gold. Yeah, definitely a nail biter. Well, we'll see what we can do. It should be ready. But yeah, if nobody shows, I guess we just won't do it until people actually are there. I'm hoping we can have a lot of people. But yeah, we'll make it a 2-day event. So it'll be the 22nd and the 23rd. So just our Friday people and just our Saturday people can still get a piece of the action. That's the idea anyway. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yep. And if there's stuff left over, if we don't get it all done, we can always roll it into the next weekend, the 29th and 30th. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. Yep. But yeah, it'll be the arena battle. Well, good game, everybody. Now that we're at the end, I know I tried to keep the Gen Con talk at a minimum, but did anybody have any questions or comments about the coverage or want to say anything about that? Pretty comprehensive already with the videos.
Good watching the videos. I've had a good time watching them. I was just before I came on here. I was watching the one that was live, and then I saw you put in the chat like, oh, we're going live. I was like, okay, I'll watch the rest later. So
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
good.
I'm gonna catch the rest of it.
Thanks. Yeah, I try not to contradict myself too much. I think the very earliest video I might have said something that like a later video I said, well, actually we found out now it's not that way. I think the only things that changed were first we were saying there's no Wizards of Morcar at all. And we're saying no. Well, technically Doug did say, and Carmine's already spilled the beans on this, so we were like scrambling to figure out, okay, what is he talking about the previous interview, or is he talking about clues that he left behind? Like, okay. And then we played the quest, and then we saw, oh yeah, they basically just teased it already. You know, the character is real, you know, and what's going to happen next. Okay, this might be a hint of the content. We also learned that Tess Hogan had nothing to do with Dread on the Horizon. It was Doug Hopkins and Linz who did it. Linz is the new narrative designer, if I'm remembering correctly, which is formally what Tess was doing. Tess Hogan is going over to Talisman to work on their stuff. I don't know precisely her role for that, but she's going to be the Talisman lady. And I think that was pretty much it. Otherwise, we just kind of repeated ourselves. Like, yeah, this is what we learned. This is what it is. But yeah, feel free to check it out. And if anything changes, I mean, check out Malgamash was there. So whatever he says. Ribby was there, Bourbon and Board Games. Check out his stuff. Rob Champ was there. Big Spender was there. Stocky Bear was there. A lot of people were there. But only some of us were there for Doug's special game. So only some of us heard some of the things he was saying. Now, some of that stuff, he was like, kind of, keep it to yourself for now. Other stuff, he's like, yeah, this is a hint. No, this is a clue, basically. So, yeah. Hey, Gold Public. Yeah, good game, everybody. Yeah, good game to everyone. Thanks for the raid. It's nice to have one of those as we come back. But yeah, we'll be definitely... Oh, Damaged Plushie. I love the name. Board Reller, Sailor Midgard, Reviton, Pathos, 002, Matthew Raven. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for your support. Yeah, and I have swag that I'm mailing out to people. I actually don't have as much swag as I thought, HeroQuest-wise. I think I have very few of the GM screens, very few of the flyers. I have tons of the pads, though. So if anybody needs those, hit me up in the Discord. I'll try to get those mailed out in the following days. In the meantime, we've posted up scans. Normally, we wouldn't do that because we just want to be, real careful not to look like we're trying to pirate stuff. But the way it is with these scalpers, I mean, selling this stuff for absurd amounts of money, I feel like this is the better way. So maybe it's not 100% by the book, but it's better than paying $50 for something that should be free, in my opinion. And I don't think Avalon Hill is really against that. I mean, maybe it's not really approved by them, but just saying. Until it comes out officially, you know what I mean?
I think if you're putting it out for free, it's gonna deter people from charging for it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Hopefully.
in a way.
Because, yeah, I mean, if you print it out, it's going to cost you a little bit of money to print it out and stick it to chipboard, but it's not going to cost you $50. It's not going to cost you $200 or 100 pounds or whatever you're paying, you know, euros. Yeah,
Totally.
sure. I know there's people out there that like, no. The point is I want to have everything, and I couldn't make it. It's like, listen, the ticket would have cost you, I don't remember how much a one-day ticket was, but a pass was like, let's say $150. But I mean, if you're overseas, the prices add up. So you might think to yourself, oh, this is a bargain actually. But don't do it. It just encourages them to do this kind of crap, in my opinion. Yeah. All right.
Good.
Well, good game, everybody. Good game. And we will see who we can raid next. It's good to be back.
All right, cheers, man. Catch up soon, huh?
Cheers. Oh, Gamer Quest. That's the other channel. See, people are adding their channels as we go. So, Sikash M, who's a big Talisman fan, also a Hero Quest fan, but a bigger Talisman fan. He's got Gamer Quest on YouTube. So, yeah, check all those guys out. Bourbon and Board Games, Ash Quest, Sir Death Vids, LaGuardia de Morcar, Dungeon Master, Always Bored, Never Boring, Jordan Sorcery. Jordan Sorcery has done some interviews with Stephen Baker. Some of them were behind a paywall, causing a little bit of controversy. But I think they're all public now, so you can see what's cooking there. And all right, let's see. Who do we have tonight? Okay, Geek on Getty sent me a message. Okay, cool. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so we got Danu playing Hero Quest. Well, that's an easy one. I also want to kind of check in with Next Level Painting, let him know how it went with the 40K tournament. But let's raid Danu. He's pretty cool. So stick around for the raid if you want. Support our fellow Hero Quest streamers. All right, here comes the raid.